of New School Knicks. Got my main man, Uncle Freezy here. You already know me, Mr. Rivera. We waiting on Greeny real quick. Greeny be here in a minute. King Ant got a long weekend. It's Labor Day weekend. Can't even fault him. But we got a lot of things to talk about today. I mean, we didn't get Donovan Mitchell, so now we talking about what's next. Because Donovan Mitchell don't exist to me no more. I don't even know who that man. Freezy, you know who Donovan Mitchell is?
Yeah, Donovan Mitchell is that man that's going to get his all-star spot taken by Quentin Grimes. Quentin Grimes is going to take that man all-star roster spot this year.
I feel like we was talking about backstage. Quentin Grimes could have just slowly cooked in the background. And now front office put the pressure on him to be the superstar for no reason. No reason. He could have just sat there, averaged 6 points again on 38% shooting, and no one would have blinked.
and elite defense, yeah.
And now you got to average 18 to 25 points because of why? Because you didn't want to put him in the deal. Because you did not want to put him in the deal. Oh my Jesus Christ!
Pretty much. Here's our guy right here. Here's our guy. Greeny is in the building. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the man from LA, Greeny.
Long Island, baby. Greeny. The only thing I know about Long Island is know that it's far.
The only thing I know about Long Island is iced tea.
I feel you on that. Yo, Greeny, we were talking about how front office just put Grimes on the spot, and now he got to become an all-star.
Megastar, bro.
Yeah. I mean, I was like that after I realized the Knicks didn't get Donovan. I'm on everybody's case now. Nobody's getting no more slack.
Yeah, you kept him out of the Donovan Mitchell trade.
Mm-hmm.
You must think he is.
But I do think that the Utah Jazz was trying to get the Knicks for all their cookies they had. Because there's no way you turn down that deal, and then 2 months later you ask for RJ Barrett. It just doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, when you could have had RJ Barrett and
plus more,
and
plus
Mitchell
more.
Robinson.
Mm-hmm.
You could have potentially had Rudy Gobert, Donovan Mitchell, and John Collins of the future. And still been trash because that team wasn't going to win anything because the team still would have been trash and then added Victor if you wanted. With that young core. So you would have had Obi Toppin, Mitchell Robinson, RJ Barrett, and Victor as your team going to the future.
Yeah.
And plus 3 unprotected first round picks.
Yeah, but now since you kept Grimes out of the deal, you got cats like me thinking the Knicks front office must think Quentin Grimes is just as good as Spider or better eventually. Because you don't just because there is no such thing as absolutes in real life unless you're taking a stand on something. There's no such thing. There's no such thing as absolute nothing in life unless you believe in something. Right?
First off, we got to give a red flag to Coach already with the it's long and strong and down to get to the friction on. Hey, yo, we starting off early. Red flag to that.
The friction on. Damn.
Red flag to that. What's good, Coach? Good morning.
What's good, Coach? Good morning.
But you can't come in the chat with the long and strong and down. Like you can't do that. But so Grimes, hey man, he better come through. He better come to the game with the Clyde suits. He gotta go to the dermatologist to fix his face. He gotta do mad stuff. He gotta come out here after this 25.
He could be the face. Right now, bro, Rivera, I'm telling you, Quentin Grimes is the face of the franchise.
Oh, bro, the face of the franchise right now is Hartenstein. I'm on the train. Stop playing with me.
It's Quentin Grimes, and if I'm RJ Barrett, I feel away because now you put me in the deal. You put me in the deal with fiending to get rid of me, and they gave me a my bad contract. Yeah. I'm sorry. I was just playing contract, and then You gonna make Quentin Grimes the face of the franchise, a person that no one even heard of before? Come on. And I carried the second half of the season. Come on, bro. Yo. And you know what's so crazy about this RJ contract?
Yo, we taking shirts off?
No. I'm
Right.
putting
Because he just tried to.
Oh, okay. Hey, yo, because I was gonna say
I'm not too sexy for my shirt. Not yet.
I got a 53, like a 53 flex that I can show. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to work on the upper body part. You know what I'm saying? The arms, though. If you like Hulk Hogan, I'm in that category. The Hulk Hogan arms.
Okay, I see.
Nah, they calling you nappy chest in the chat. They trying to see. They reckless. They reckless on New School Knicks.
What?
I got
Jay
a nappy
Busby.
chest. I ain't even got
Jay
that much hair
Busby.
on my chest.
He's like, Greeny, get that nappy chest out of here. That's crazy. Man,
Like,
why y'all be coming at us early? They
I probably got more hair on my chest than the average 28-year-old. Gee, cut me some slack here.
Yeah. Yo, I was just about to like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on? Any excuse.
See, this is why I have my camera muted, man. Next time I'm gonna know.
Yeah, any excuse to take this shirt off, bro. Whatever. Hey, man, whatever.
But yeah, I'm saying the RJ thing, right? So like, here's what it just pisses me off because it's like RJ took what 60, 70 million less than what he's supposed to get. Like if he would have took the max, right? He's going like $60 to $75 million less, supposedly. So now if RJ come out here and cook, right, he would have got the max towards the end of the year. But now he got this 107 or whatever, up to 120. Now, if he come out here and cook, now he's just gonna be getting paid as the average player. Even though 107 is not, but now that the salary cap and stuff go up, you're gonna see you're gonna see C-level players with $100 million contract. But he raised his game to B-level, A-level, and now he's getting paid way less. If I was him, I would have betted on myself and said, I'm not taking that contract. Sorry. Betting on myself.
I felt comfortable that that's what RJ was going to do also, right? But I think there's something to organizations threatening to trade young players. You know what I'm saying? I think if I'm RJ and I want to be in New York, I think RJ wanted to be in New York. I think RJ wants to be in New York more than he wants to get the bag. You know what I'm saying?
He gets that vibe.
Yeah, and so it's one of them situations where if RJ is threatened to get traded out of New York, a place that he wants to be at, I would I give the discount. You know what I'm saying? But you know what though? Uncle Freezy thinks about himself in a different way. RJ Barrett is 22, right? I'm 30 years older than RJ Barrett, right? I understand that the place that you want to be and the place where you aren't always the same place. You know what I'm saying? You can ask Donovan Mitchell that. Donovan Mitchell wants to be in New York, he in Cleveland. You know what I'm saying? So if you RJ, you take that into consideration. But if I'm RJ too, though, what I would consider is this. Is this organization gonna be here is this front office gonna be here for the long term? You know what I'm saying? RJ can be here for the long term. Leon Rose and his front office, he can always look back at it and say, man, I just had a dumb front office. It just couldn't work out. A lot of times young people don't consider the future because the right now is so prevalent. What I would have considered is man, listen, it just wasn't meant to be for me to be in New York. And so I just go and build my career, my legacy somewhere else if they felt that strong about me not being here. But the thing about Grimes though, is nobody said any of this stuff about Quentin Grimes before this dumb summer of nothing. Right?
Yeah.
Think Greeny. Think about this, Greeny. Think about this, right? What have the Knicks done this summer? They didn't draft a first-round pick. They didn't sign a major player in free agency, and they didn't trade for a star. Right? Now, what that tells you off the rip, it can tell you two things. It can tell you that the Knicks had ultimate faith in these kids, right? And if the Knicks had ultimate faith in these kids, this stuff that we saying about Quentin Grimes is real. Don't be like, yo, play the kids, the kids were the thing. And then when we say they held Grimes out of a deal, then you start talking at the other side of your mouth like, no, you can't expect for Grimes to be anything. No.
You better expect him. He better be something.
No, don't do that weird double talk. Right? Don't do that weird double talk like, yo, they didn't acquire nobody because they believed in the kids. That's why they kept Grimes at the deal. And then be like, well, no, Grimes has no expectation. No, you don't put certain kids in a deal and hold one kid out the deal without you having unreasonable expectations for that kid that you left out the deal.
Exactly.
Stop
That's why I was saying. If they didn't do what they did, all he had to do was average 8 points, sat there and played defense, hit the open three, and sat there quietly. And now he has to be 18 to 20 something good scorer.
Now he got to be a superstar. Now he got to make the All-Star team.
And they violated. I feel like they put more pressure. They put more pressure.
They
on
did that. They did that. They did that to him. They did that to Quentin Grimes. None of us did. I was calling Quentin Grimes on these panels. I was calling Quentin Grimes Frank Ntilikina, right? And to limited expectations. Just go out and play defense, defend at a high level, just knock down random shots. The Knicks organization, they kept him out of a trade for a 3-time All-Star. And they offered quickly, RJ and Obi, 3 dudes that was selected before these guys. RJ Barrett was picked 3rd. He was offered. Obi Toppin was picked 8th. He was offered. Quickly was offered 25. So I guess he was the same.
Yeah, they were around the same as
the same as Grimes. But Grimes was picked 25 by Oklahoma City, right? He was offered, right? And so to say that we're just picking out, we're just bullying Quentin Grimes for no reason is a soft take when you think about it. For people thinking, man, they just picking on Grimes, because Grimes is nah, we not picking on no Grimes. The situation dictated Grimes standing out above everybody else. And that the Knicks did that intentionally. They kept Grimes out of these trades. Now, with that said, that means they must see something in Quentin Grimes that we don't see. And if that is the case, that's all right. Right? Because I feel like I see something in Rivera and Greeny that y'all don't see. Like, I feel like Greeny and Rivera are going to be stars, YouTube stars, right? But it's so early that a lot of people may not be able to see it, but I see it long term. I think these dudes are going to be huge. But listen, that's me. And I'm willing to put the work in behind it and put in work and help them get there, right? But that's me. And if the Knicks organization is looking to do that for Quentin Grimes, that's them. But you know what, though? With that said, you can't say if the Knicks front office has faith in Grimes like that, and he doesn't become an all-star, this dude is a bust, and this front office needs to be fired because you don't hold out a dude like that out of a trade for a 3-time all-star, right? Whatever star it is, he was never even offered.
Or not even. It wasn't. They kept saying no Grimes. No.
You gonna put RJ Barrett in a trade, but not Grimes?
And he showed potential. He showed all-star potential, but Grimes showed role player potential, and he was like, "Let me keep Grimes. Yeah. I need Grimes on my squad." Which you do need a Grimes. You do need a Grimes.
We want Grimes. We like Grimes.
But you also need an RJ Barrett. So
I might get some tomatoes in the chat for this, but Obi Toppin has showed us more in NBA regular season than Quentin Grimes.
Oh yeah,
Sorry.
100%. I agree with that. 100%.
Sorry, Freezy.
What?
100%.
All right.
100%.
Are you serious?
We're gonna go down the line, right? Who shoot better free throw percentage?
The guards always shoot better than the bigs.
Oh, Grimes' free throw percentage is better than Obi's?
I'm not looking at them. I'm not looking, but I would assume guards shoot better free throw percentage.
Grimes'
Obi's
free
like
throw
at
percentage
80,
is
right?
like 60 something.
Obi's is like 75,
please
77,
don't
80.
tell me that. Please don't tell me that, bro.
Grimes' free throw percentage is not looking good for his career. I know we all established that.
And I get it. This is only his second year, so but if we wouldn't have said nothing if they didn't do what they did. Nobody would have said nothing.
Yeah,
Right.
facts. I agree with everything y'all saying, and that's why I said earlier, I'm not cutting none of these young dudes no more slack. Obi gets no more slack. Quentin Grimes and Q doesn't get no more slack. Like, these guys have to evolve and emerge now. That's it. Like,
Exactly. And I'm tired of fans talking about, oh, we got to keep giving RJ excuses. There's fans that give RJ excuses, but there's also a lot of fans that be like, oh, he don't average 30, he'll never be this, and he'll never be that.
But RJ Barrett was never kept out of the Donovan Mitchell trade offer, though. Exactly. So we got to keep us. Yeah. So the RJ thing really don't have no legs because RJ was never kept out of the. You know what I'm saying?
But he got paid, so that's another thing. Since he got paid, they're gonna act like everything is on him. So money talks. Grimes ain't get paid. He just got the pressure put on him by default because the front office is idiots. I'm saying, at first I was with them. I'm like, yeah, this is a genius. They genius. They didn't draft this. There's a bigger picture coming, and then they did nothing, which I get because they was OD asking for too much. I get it, but still.
But the thing is with that. So what Danny Ainge was asking for was never nobody disagreed with that. Knicks fans agree Danny Ainge was asking for too much because regardless of what you offer, Danny Ainge always said he wanted more. Mm-hmm. Right?
Almost like he didn't want to get trade with us. He was just genius the whole time.
Yeah. Nobody's saying that. Nobody's saying that Danny Ainge is a genius. And nobody is saying that RJ Barrett's not going to be a good player. But we are speaking to an isolated point.
Yeah.
That Quentin Grimes better be a superstar.
Yeah.
For the Knicks not to even consider putting him in a trade offer when everyone else was considered to be in a trade offer.
Exactly. And I feel like low-key, they probably would have took the trade if it was Grimes, Obi, and IQ. Well,
I will tell you this. Quentin Grimes' trajectory will probably he would definitely probably be better than Obi in the long run. But right now, them numbers ain't lying.
I don't know, bro. I think Obi is going to be something. I just don't know what. Right? I just don't know what Obi is going to be, bro. I think Obi's going to be something.
Coach said that Grimes was included in several offers. I don't remember that.
No, I don't know. I don't. Yeah, I didn't see that nowhere.
The Jazz were playing with us.
I don't see. I didn't see that nowhere. I didn't see that nowhere. I don't have any source that says Quentin Grimes was in any deal at any time, any package.
Danny Ainge acting like we took his girl or something 20 years ago, and then he still got that heartbreak on his mind, so he was being petty and spiteful. That's what he acted like, because it was why you acting like that, bro? It's business here. Everybody got their feelings involved. It's like everybody's human, so everybody got feelings and emotions, but he was acting like the B word. You can't say it, but Jesus Christ. You can't act like that when it's down to business like that. You got to put the big boy shoes on it and go in there and be right. But it is what it is.
Yeah, I didn't see Grunt. And I've been looking the whole time, even listening to that crazy Monty show. The crazy Monty show, even those guys. I even there was a clip I mentioned last week, the August 24th show of the Monty show. You can look at that, and on that show, I think it's the 24th or the 25th, one of those days, they said it's bananas that the Knicks are not including Quentin Grimes in any trade package for Donovan Mitchell. Why would they do that? They're putting unnecessary pressure on Quentin Grimes. So the source, one of the sources for what I'm saying is the Monty Show, right? And then I looked at the sources and rumors on Twitter and all of that and blah blah blah. But whatever. Grimes was not included, right? If somebody can show me that Grimes was, if somebody clip it or pin me or tag me on social media where Quentin Grimes was included in a Donovan Mitchell trade, I'll take all of it back and apologize.
Mm-hmm. Matter of fact, Freezy, let's put a poll in the chat. Do Grimes have to average 18 to 20 points this season, or be all-star numbers to have a great season, something like that?
Okay, all right. Give me a split second.
See what they think, because to me it has to be 18 to 20 points.
To me, this dude's got to average 23 points a game.
Like, I don't think he'll have the shots to have the 22 points, to be honest.
Not the Knicks, but the Knicks put him in that situation.
Yeah. They did, but I'm just saying, like, I just don't understand it. It's like
I got an article right here from Coach.
Cocky. What's good, bro?
I got an article right here that was sent to me from Coach. Thank you, Coach. And it says, according to Woj, before extending R.J. Barrett, the Knicks bulked that, including Quentin Grimes and a package that already featured Barrett, 2 unprotected first-round picks, the Bucks 2025 first-rounder, top 4 protected, and 2 second-round picks, 2 pick swaps, and a pair of expiring contracts for a third team. So that deal is going to be a lot for it to get done.
Hey, say that one more time.
So basically, it was Quentin Grimes in a package with Barrett, 2 unprotected first-round picks, which was the Bucks 2025 first-rounder, top 4 protected, 2 second-round picks, and two pick swaps, and a pair of expiring contracts for a third team. So they needed another third team to get down for the for that. Yeah.
So I apologize, Coach, but so you still offer Grimes and the main person you wanted, and you still didn't take the trade. That means you wasn't trying to trade with us, bro.
You wasn't trying to hurt us. They was trying to hurt us.
Yeah, like, and then you go and take Lloyd Marketing, a player that's always hurt, and then Colin Sexton, who always hurt, who just tore his ACL. Come on. Oh,
like you say all the time, Danny was damn, I just lost my train of thought. Danny was trying to just take everything. He was trying to make the Knicks pay the tax. That's what you said. You said the Knicks. He was trying to make the Knicks pay the tax of getting a star because you know he's going to a big market, and evidently he's gonna blow here in New York regardless. Like, you know what I mean? Like, the market is gonna go up. The cap is going up next year, so it's like it's not working in Danny's favor. You know what I mean? So that's why I feel like he didn't do a deal with him. Like,
you know what that's called, bro? You know what that's called? That's called hate. That's hating.
Yeah,
that's hating your blood. Fact. That's hating your blood. That's hating. That's hating.
Okay, so I'm sorry. Go ahead, bro. I'm sorry.
No, I'm just saying that's hate because, like, you knew that was going to lead to another star, so they probably felt like, oh, they can do this before I did. I can't do this. But, like, that's like watching somebody else get money and be like, oh, he's still a bum. Like, hating. Like, bro, why are you hating for? That's easy. What you want to say?
Oh, no, I was reading something. Like, my bad. Hold on. You got to move back, little boy. Nah, but what I was going to say was, I think the youth, I agree with y'all. I think they screwed the youth. Like, now we're gonna be expecting the ceilings from Grimes, the ceilings from Obi, the ceiling from IQ. You know what I mean? The players that were put in RJ Barrett, we're gonna expect him to put up all-star numbers next year. You know what I mean? And I got a little controversial take at the end for RJ too, but
I got one too for RJ. But you know it's crazy though. I feel like RJ had that pressure from before. Even if he didn't get paid, it was year 4, so he had the pressure regardless. He had to come in and put numbers up. But I think him not playing in the pro-am games and stuff like that. I feel like that's I'm not showing I got my bag yet. I'm not showing y'all my bag. I'm about to come to the season with a whole different bag. Y'all about to show. Y'all gonna start seeing left, rights, getting to the basket, dunking on people. Just don't hurt yourself, bro. Just the hustle act. Don't hurt yourself and go crazy, bro. Like if I'm RJ, I'm waving Randall off. Like nah, bro, move out my way, bro. Move out my way. Go to the right side. Like, you know I'm going left. Go to the right side and stand over there in the corner. I got.
So so I'm unclear, Coach. I'm unclear with all this stuff because all of the stuff that I'm reading about if Grimes, it's the inside of himself presuming that if Grimes was included, the Knicks wanted to take out other assets. It never said specifically Grimes was in the package. I'm looking at it right now. I'm reading it. It says the one thing that says
read under Woj
Ian Begley of SNY TV, right?
No, I'm looking at hooprumors.com.
That's the one I'm looking at right now.
Yeah,
it's got the part about Ian Begley of SNY TV. Okay. It sounds as if Grimes was probably put in some offers that didn't include. Y'all telling me to keep reading. Hold on, man. Let me.
I'm reading it.
Let me do this right now. I'm not reading nothing else, bro. This right here is like BS, random, ghost, X-Files stuff. None of that stuff said Grimes was in an offer. It says if Grimes was in an offer, they wanted to take out. I ain't reading no more of that stuff, bro. I need some definitive stuff. I heard. I mentioned specifically that on the Monty show in Utah, they said, and I pointed out the show, and you could read their lips, you can watch them say it. They said that it boggles their mind that Quentin Grimes is not in the trade offer. I ain't reading that, man. I'm not doing that. Don't send me nothing else.
First of all, Quentin Grimes could have got traded in the summer league. Could have got traded in the summer league. Like all they had to do
all this ghost whispering stuff, man. That's the frustrating. That's the part that frustrates me, bro. This whole thing about that. This is the part that be frustrating me. I be wanting to see. I didn't want to see Quentin Grimes put out there on a thing like this because at the end of the day, Quentin Grimes is our player.
Yeah.
I didn't want to see none of these guys. All these dudes are going to be touchy about this stuff. Like think about it today. Think about this. Yeah. Think about this. If you're Mitchell Robinson, how do you feel about having your name floated out there in the Donovan Mitchell deal, and part of a package that specifically say R.J. Barrett, Mitchell Robinson, and unprotected first for Donovan Mitchell.
Mm-hmm. And Mitch is sensitive anyway. You know how Mitch is.
Yes.
He's going straight to Twitter, Instagram, and all that. He's already sensitive like that. Yes, and I can't blame him. Especially when I'm supposed to be your cornerstone defender as far as the big. And it's like, bro.
Rivera, and then think about this. Think about this, man. Think about this. Mitch Robinson and R.J. Barrett have been here since this team was in the mud, right? They've been here through all these whack seasons. They've been here through the ups and downs. And then you're gonna put them in a trade offer and keep a guy, and his claim to fame is being here for a team that underachieved.
Yeah, but the year before I was here for the 41-31 team.
Right.
RJ, Mitch got hurt, but he was still part of that team. Obi didn't really do much, but he was still a part of that team in some way. So IQ was even put in the trade. IQ was a big part of that team.
Yes, from the mind. These dudes is like.
But a guy that came in here yesterday, still his seat not even warm yet. You know how you know the toilet seat warm? Like,
ew! I know what you're talking about.
But his seat not warm yet. Like for me, like come on, like he still ain't got no scratches in his locker yet. Like come on. But he untouchable. Like he came in here was scoring 40, 50, and we found the steal of a lifetime.
Yeah, man. Come on, man. So at the end of the day, Quentin Grimes is gonna better be a superstar. Cause even dudes that we ain't seen yet, like Cam Reddish, you ain't even seen Cam Reddish. You ain't even seen Cam Reddish get major minutes yet. And Cam Reddish name was getting floated.
Facts. But this whole thing getting me tight. Like it just don't make sense. Like you putting people in here that was really grinding, and for a kid. And I'm not taking away nothing from Quentin Grimes because I like how he played. I like Quentin Grimes. I want him to be here. But you don't make him feel like the star player. You're giving him star player treatment.
Right.
Like you don't do that, especially when you got a team full of young guys. Because now that's like having mad kids and then pointing at one and saying in a room full of them and say that's my favorite.
That's the prince. That's the prince right there.
Yeah, like everybody eat last until after he eats. He or she. Like you can't do that. You gotta love them equally.
You gotta love them equally, bro. I mean,
now would I trade one of my kids for Donovan Mitchell? Low key, maybe. But I'm just saying, that's me though.
But that's because you got to explain to the kids, like, listen, man, this is not even like if I'm talking to the kids, man, I ain't even gonna lie to you. If I'm talking to the kids, I'm like, listen, man, I love Cam Reddish, I love Obi Toppin, I love Quentin Grimes, I love Miles McBride, I love R.J. Barrett, I love Emmanuel Quickly. But all of y'all, in order for all of y'all to reach our potential, somebody is gonna have to go. Not saying that I want you to go, but think about it. In order for Grimes to be the man, you got to sacrifice Cam Reddish, right? Or instead of if Cam Reddish, in order for Cam Reddish to be the man, then you got to sacrifice Grimes and Farrenhunt. You know what I'm saying? In order for Obi to be the man, you got to sacrifice Randall, right? In order for RJ to be the man big time, to be the man we want him to be, then you got to sacrifice Grimes. But somebody has to be sacrificed. So I can explain it to them like that because at the end of the day, all these kids want to do is play. You know what I'm saying? And then so when I tell them, I'm like, yo, unfortunately, we drafted too much talent. Unfortunately, we drafted too much talent, man. And all of y'all are talented, but in order for y'all to become the guys that y'all want to be, somebody's not going to play. So we got to move somebody to another team so they get the chance to play, right? See, I can explain that to the kids if they would be willing to listen to me say it that way. But to say that we'll put anybody in a deal, including the number 3 pick, including the number 8 overall pick, but not Grimes, now you saying Grimes is our favorite.
Yep. You get the big piece of chicken.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Shout out to Eddie F for the super chat. He says, Freezy, what do you think Leon and company are saying internally? Shrug. I guess you're going like this. That's the business. It feels like things could pop with temper tantrums. But it's a way you do things, though. It's a way you do things. Like, first of all, if these are your kids, you're supposed to protect your children at all times.
Yeah.
But you didn't protect them. You kind of like threw them to the wolves and said, now go out there and get me one of these wolves. Yeah. And that's not what you're supposed to do, especially in New York.
You turn them into gator baits. You don't want to turn your kids into gator bait, bro.
Exactly.
Hey, and Eddie F, I think what I just mentioned before we read your super chat is what Leon Rose is telling the kids. That unfortunately we drafted too much talent, and if there's a chance for us to consolidate in order for all of y'all to get playing time, the playing time you deserve, we might have to make a move. Yeah. We're not looking to make a move unless it's for a superstar. Yeah, if a superstar come available, then we'll look. But aside from that, we want to keep y'all together. And so this is not a and listen. And I appreciate Coach for providing the balance because what Coach did is he said the stuff, and he provided balance to what we were saying about how all these people internally or externally say all these things about the Knicks and blah, 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 whatever. So I appreciate Coach for saying what he said, right? Mm-hmm. But at the same time, man, I'm thinking like,
how true is that?
Yeah, all these sources, like the source, like articles, websites putting out articles quoting sources, and so by the time you get to the third of the thing that frustrated me is the reason why I pointed out the Monty show is I pointed out a first-hand account. They said it. They said it out there on that's a first-hand account. But when a website quotes a journalist, that's a third-hand account. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So now, the account has gone from the source to a reporter to a website, right? And so Coach himself included in that is the fourth hand account, right?
Yeah, because he hear it like all the way down the line after it's been wish washed.
Yeah.
Hey, Paris Duggar, we was talking about you backstage too, bro.
Backstage.
Paris Duggar for the $20 super chat. Thank you very much. He said great job to Danny and job for this on program. Stephen A. Show antics. Leon Rose offered everyone and everything for 2 months, including Leon's own image to look bad. Wake up. Grimes didn't hold the trade up. Ainge put a hit out on our youth, on us. I mean, it's on both, but it really boils down to like, was it personal feelings involved? It could be on both sides. It could be on both sides.
It could be
but
on both sides.
Danny
to be
Ainge is
honest,
still a Boston Celtic at heart. He was never a Utah Jazz. Bro. It would hurt.
to be honest, they should. My thing for forget. They should really put a investigation on this trade because it looks fishy. It really kind of looks fishy. But that is really, I'm sorry.
Nah, yeah, I agree with you. Like I said, we offered the best package to them before we even extended any of our players. Before we extended Mitchell Robinson, we offered RJ, Obi, and Mitchell Robinson in 3 first rounders. That's exactly what. Yes, unprotected. That's the deal you just did. That's the deal you just did. Now think about it. 2 months later down the road, because you messed up, you fumbled the bag because we gave you what you wanted. That door was closed already and it wasn't getting reopened. So now 2 months later down the road, when you say you want RJ Barrett and 3 first round pick, no, you had that already. You messed up. You fumbled your own bag
because you wanted to get more than you got from Rudy Gobert.
That's like, all right, I'm gonna give you a better scenario. That's like you in the cafeteria and you see a girl, you like, dang, I gotta get her. But you talking to all these other females, and then when you try to go talk to her, she's like, hold on, I seen you talking to all these other females. I'm not about to sit here and entertain it. That's what the Knicks did. The Knicks already, if you would have came to me and gave me your attention already first, I would have did a deal with you. But I seen how you was flirting around with all these other females, and now I seen you feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna give you the same deal that I had the first time.
That leads me to this question though. That leads me to this question for both of y'all and the chat. I'm Leon Rose. I say I got RJ Barrett, Mitchell Robinson, Obi Toppin, 3 unprotected first round picks. I'm calling around the league. Let's say you the Wizards, Greeny, and I say I got that for Bradley Beal. Yes or no? You saying yeah or you saying nah? That same July thing.
That same deal.
Same thing. And I say I got that for Bradley Beal.
That's a tough one, bro.
No, I ain't doing that, but for Bradley Beal, no.
I'm gonna be on the yes. I'm doing it for Bradley.
The same deal. All those kids and picks for Bradley Beal.
Yeah, but he's as the Wizards. Like he's the Wizards. I'm the Knicks. He's the Wizards. So he will want to take that for Bradley Beal because that's a haul.
Yeah, that's a haul.
Yeah. If I'm the Wizards, yes, I'm taking that. But I'm thinking it with my Knicks hat on. But yeah, if I'm the Wizards, I'm doing that deal because one.
I'm confused. Are you? If you're the Wizards, you doing a deal for?
He's asking me as if I am the Wizards GM.
I'm Leon Rose. I'm Leon Rose, and I come to Greeny as the Wizards GM, and I say I give him a call, and I offer that.
You got to take that.
That's way too much. You overpaying for Bradley Beal, bro.
That's a quick yes.
Yeah. But let me. I just want to address the thing with Paris Duggar, and then I'll move out of the way for y'all. Right. So Paris Duggar says, "Great job, Ainge ops," meaning that we work for Danny Ainge secretly. Stephen A. Smith show antics. You know what I'm saying? Like we want to be Stephen A. Smith, right? Leon Rose offered everyone and everything for 2 months, including Leon Rose's own image, and looked bad. Wake up, Splinter. He said, Paris Duggar said, "Wake up, Splinter Cell." He called us a splinter cell. Like, wake up, man. Stop working for Danny Ainge. You know what I'm saying?
I want to investigate.
Grimes didn't hold up the trade. Ainge put a hit out on our youth and on us. And so, Paris, like, I appreciate where you're coming from with this. What I'm saying to you is this, and what I'm saying to everyone listening is this: if this front office offered everything for Donovan Mitchell and it wasn't enough, stop right there. Right? Stop right there. If the Knicks offered because you said everyone and everything for Donovan Mitchell. So if the Knicks offered everyone we had and everything we owned for 2 months, and Cleveland beat that offer with a dude named Lauri Markkanen and a dude named Colin Sexton, then we need to reassess how valuable our assets are. Right?
It wasn't that.
But let me finish. Let me finish. Let me finish. I just want to say just real quick. So we got to reassess how valuable RJ Barrett is, how valuable Emmanuel Quickly is, how valuable Obi Toppin is, how valuable Quentin Grimes is, how valuable Mitchell Robinson is, how valuable those draft picks that we have are. Right? Are we overvaluing our assets?
No.
Right? Are we overvaluing our assets around the league? Right? And this is the thing. And so, okay, so even if we wake up, Grimes didn't hold up the trade, right? Danny Ainge put a hit out on our youth, right? So the biggest hit that you could put out on a team is by taking all of their assets and leaving their cupboard bare, right? The biggest thing, how Danny Ainge would have put a hit out on us is he would have gobbled up all the youth and all the draft picks and then gave us Donovan Mitchell. But he didn't want. But listen, all of our youth, all of our young players, Danny Ainge didn't want that. That tells you right then, he didn't put it. He didn't character assassinate them. He just didn't want them. He just said, "Hey, two or three of them guys together ain't worth Colin Sexton."
Which
right? Three or four of them guys together ain't Colin Sexton and Lauri Markkanen. Is basically what was told to us by Danny Ainge. And those draft picks that are super heavily protected are not worth the unprotected picks of the Cleveland Cavaliers, who will eventually be a playoff team anyway. They made the playoffs last year, and they added a 3-time All-Star. So when you look at all the stuff, what did Danny Ainge really do? Did he character assassinate us? Are me, Greeny, and Rivera a splinter cell?
I just described it to y'all. Danny Ainge settled for the girl that was gonna give him the same deal that the other girl didn't. So when he realized the Knicks was not gonna go back up to 3 players and 3 first-round picks, he had to settle for what the Cavs was gonna give him, because that's what he wanted.
But Greeny, he don't have to settle for nothing. He had the All-Star. He didn't have to settle for anything.
But he didn't want him on his team. That's the thing. He had to move him before training camp. He
could have moved him anywhere, but he had already had on his mind what he wanted, so he wasn't going to take anything less than what he wanted. Because honestly, any team in the league would take Donovan Mitchell at that caliber.
Yeah,
he just wanted. What caused him not to have every team in the league is because he wanted so much. He wanted more than what he got for Rudy Gobert, so he kind of played himself by doing that, because he could have got more quality. Shout out to Patrick Ducker. He said, "Same with you guys. Good work, Danny Ainge." But I want to point out that something that Almighty it's hilarious. I'm not gonna say a word. He said Patrick Ducker got mad money. I found that to be hilarious.
He said, yeah. But the thing is though, even if you disagree with our take on it, bro, even if you disagree on our opinion on it, it's our opinion. My opinion, me and Greeny don't agree right now, right? We don't agree right now, right? In my opinion, when you hold in all the cards, you don't have to settle. When you have the product, you don't have to settle. right? Because ultimately Donovan Mitchell made the All-Star team with the Utah Jazz. And guess what would have happened? It's fair to speculate that if he did it 3 years in a row, if he came back for that fourth year, guess what would have happened with Donovan Mitchell? He would have made the All-Star team with the Utah Jazz. Right? It's fair to assume that, because if he did it 3 times in a row, and if nothing's changed, he could have did it for a 4th time in a row.
Yeah.
Right?
He might have averaged 30 there.
Yeah, with all the shots by himself. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is Danny Ainge was never in a situation where I think that's where New York arrogance come in. That's where New York arrogance come in. If you in New York, you feel like everybody from everywhere else have to bow down to you because you're from New York. No, it don't work like that. It's a huge world outside of the New York tri-state area. Danny Ainge don't have to acquiesce to the Knicks just because we are the Knicks. Who the hell are the Knicks? The Knicks are a 37-win team that haven't won an NBA championship since 1973. Who are the Knicks?
That we still celebrate.
Yeah, and if you're a Knicks fan, you in two different mindsets. You're like, yo, we hadn't won since 1973. Let's just do whatever it is that we can to win a championship. If that means developing a young core, let's do that. If that means sacrifice the short term for the long term, like play these kids, let them develop, find our own stars, then let's do that. Or if you're in the camp of trade for a star, there's no other way that you can, you know what I'm saying, build this team the right way without getting a star first, then I can understand where you're coming from. But what I'm saying is let's not look at other teams like other teams' GMs and stuff are stupid. You know what I'm saying? These people are smart, bro. And they have assets, man. And some of them are more successful than us. If you're a Knicks fan today, what you want to do is maybe model yourself after a franchise that has been successful, like Golden State. You know what I'm saying? We got another super chat. Rivera, I'm sorry, man.
Shout out to Brooklyn Buddha for the $5 super chat. He said Parrish is 100% right. Ainge never wanted to deal with us. He wanted to divide our house. I agree that I feel like the league should investigate this whole thing because it just doesn't make sense. It looks weird. Like it just looks weird that they did all of that. In my opinion, I could be wrong, but I feel like they should investigate it. To be honest,
y'all know I'm coming at y'all crazy. You know what else don't make sense? How it's 119 people watching and we got 31 likes. You better hit that like button and hit that subscribe button and turn on them bells.
Because Danny Ainge out there telling them, don't watch the new School Knicks this week. Don't do it. I need 5 first-round picks if y'all want to watch that. I'm holding all YouTube viewers hostage. Shout out to Paris Dudley came out for the $2 super chat. He said, Kendall, you are it. Ainge wasn't trading us.
He wasn't. He just was. My opinion on that is he just wanted to publicly embarrass us about how we overvalued our assets. That's what I was thinking. Like we overvalue our assets, right? And then Danny Ainge is like, yo, y'all really think these kids are it? They not it. So I understand. And Paris Zucker says, you are a facts guy. Where did Leon say it? Bro, that's so the point is Leon Rose didn't publicly come out and say anything. So we're forced to speculate and get as close to facts as we can. That's why when I mention things, I mention a source that you can directly go to and look at what was said, right? And so instead of looking at all the New York stuff, instead of looking at the Knicks for clicks, I looked outside of the New York tri-state area to somebody that doesn't have a vested interest in the Knicks winning. That's why I mentioned the Monty Show, because they said it live on air. Why is Leon Rose not putting Quentin Grimes in these trade offers? And Cameron Von Sleep, thank you for the generous contribution. He says, did Leon Rose botch the negotiation on purpose? I don't think so. Did he want out bad? Had to make it look like he made an attempt? I think that might be. There might be something to that, Cam. There might be something to that. You know what I'm saying? You know, something to the Leon Rose felt like Donovan Mitchell was I saw somewhere on the internet, they said Donovan Mitchell was a nice to have, but not necessarily a need. And so he felt like he didn't need Donovan Mitchell, but it would have been nice to get him. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think you negotiate. I don't think you call Utah for a year and then make it public 2 months ago, and then not have it be, you know what I'm saying, you're not all in. You don't. I think if it was like a two ships passing in the night type of thing, like if this thing had gone on for a week, then I could see that, but not you've been calling them for 2 months. I mean, you've been calling them for a year and made it public 2 months ago. So I understand there might be something to that, but you know,
It is what it is at this point. We ain't got Donovan Mitchell. He ain't gonna walk through the doors. He ain't gonna do none of that. All his Rucker game days is done. He ain't coming back out here. He was trying to point out that he wanted to be here, and what he should have did was ask for the trade for the Knicks and see if they would have did it. But now he didn't, which is not his fault. He was trying to be the nice guy, but the nice guy didn't work. Trying to be loyal, but loyalty is there's no loyalty in business sometimes.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It is what it is.
Do y'all feel like Donnie just sent? I mean, Ainge sent Donnie to the Wolves. Like, I'm not gonna send you to a big market like the Knicks or a big market like the Miami. I'm gonna send you to a little market like Cleveland. Do you feel like he did that on purpose, or he just took what was the best deal that he can get? He knew that his options were dwindling down.
I think
Mm,
the Cleveland deal was better than what the Knicks could offer.
it's better than that first offer.
I think Colin Sexton and RJ Barrett right now are probably the same level of player.
Yeah, cancel each other out.
Yeah. Now, do I think RJ Barrett will be exponentially better as a player than Colin Sexton going forward? Yes. But at this moment, I feel like they're probably the same type of player, inefficient 20-point per game scorers.
The reason why I think the Knicks won is because the Cavs gave up a player that hasn't even touched the NBA floor yet. So at that, we don't know what Agbaji is gonna be. Agbaji can come in the game and get hurt and never play, or Agbaji could be at 20 points per game, 3-and-D wing like Jake. Like, we don't know. You know what I mean? So at the same point, I feel like
You
we
don't
can't.
view him and Grimes as the same player.
I do.
Agbaji probably is better.
Yes, I do. But all that doesn't that NCAA, none of that matters.
At this
Like,
point,
none
that
of that
goes out the
matters when you
window.
get to the league.
But here's the thing, though, Greeny. Here's the thing. Do you know the reason why Quentin Grimes was benched and had to transfer?
Agbaji.
Is
Yes,
because
I know.
Agbaji came in and was better than him.
I know the whole backstory and all that, but nothing what you do in NCAA translates to the NBA. What you do in the NBA is what you're like. That's what your value is. They're not gonna go off of what you did in March Madness or 2-3 years ago, and you're in the NBA team now. Like, we don't know what Agbaji is gonna be, so I think it's a little bit too early to grade the deal. But I also think that the Knicks won because I think
do you know what Quentin Grimes is going to be yet?
No.
exactly. That's why I said you can't really grade the deal.
We
don't even know what Obi's gonna be.
Had a pipe. I thought you was about to smoke a pipe just now. I'm about to say you ain't that old, bro. You are not that old.
Nah, bro. I ain't. Nah, man.
I was about to tell you.
Think about it.
Don't do that.
I got shower beard. You know how your beard be mad wet, and then you put the stuff on it, and then and then it be like.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Nah, you good. I just thought it was pipe for a second. I said, nah, Freezy ain't 87. Nah, you bugging out.
I must be on the pipe thinking that Grimes ain't gonna be an all-star. I believe Leon Rose and Grimes and all them believe Grimes is gonna be all-star, and I'm starting to buy into it. I think Grimes is gonna be every time I see Grimes' name, bro, I think about that song by Wyclef and Maya.
That's good. I had a source tell me that Jerry West said that Grimes is going to be better than RJ.
Yeah,
I saw that. I saw that too.
I seen
I can't find it though. I want to put it up on the screen. Do y'all remember where I saw that?
I
I
can't.
think I heard it on one of the panels.
Yeah, I heard it on one of a panel of a show that I might have been tuned into, but I definitely heard that Jerry West is higher on Grimes than he is on RJ. He said that he said Grimes will be better than RJ.
I need to find it. I look for it online. I can't find it. Chat, if y'all can find it, man, put it in the chat.
I'm not gonna lie though. I'm not gonna lie. I'm RJ. 2 years. I'm gonna get to my controversy. I'm gonna get my controversy take out now. If I'm RJ in 2 years, request a trade. Request a trade. You don't put the ball in my hands or nothing. Request a trade. Request that trade. But get me up out of here because at some point I'm gonna get enough is enough. Enough is enough. Bro. And send me over to Ja. Let me go rock with Ja. So I'm going to Memphis, and they'll appreciate me way more than what y'all do. Me and Ja gonna tear it up. Pause.
Big shout out to Sammy the King, $5 chat. He said Roll made it look like he wanted DM, but since they went all out for Brunson, it wasn't a good work. It wasn't gonna work. We took the bench player over the star.
You know it's crazy because I feel like Brunson about to cook up. For some reason, I feel like Brunson about to cook up.
Yo, thank
Everybody
you.
Gonna shut up.
I'm telling you. I think Brunson, I got a Stranger Things feeling about this dude Brunson. He's about to come in and show why the Knicks needed a point guard for the last 15 years.
Like Freezy was saying the other day that he not what's up? What's up, young bull? You got the car? I was saying, Freezy was saying the other day that he not like super fast. He just crafty. Like, you know when somebody nice?
Mm-hmm.
Like I'll say him and Paul George got the same kind of craftiness. Like, it's not super, like, and I'm not saying Paul George, 2 different positions, 1 6'10", 6'8", 6'10", whatever. But it's just that slow craftiness when somebody just nice. And he just give me that vibe, like, yo, I think we're gonna get a calm 20-7, 20-8. Calm. Easily too. Easily.
I think, now, like, I couldn't really gauge how much he was gonna have with the whole Donovan thing pending, but now that I know how it's gonna be, I'm right around that 20-7, maybe 21-6. Yeah. I'm right there with you on that.
Look at White Falcon talking about Paul. Who I said Paul George, but I'm not saying they're the same player, nowhere near the same caliber. I'm just talking about in a standpoint of when Paul George is just crafty and nice. Like, he's just nice. We're not saying they're the same at all. They're not even on the same caliber player. They're just nice. Like that slow crafty game.
Smooth.
Like a smooth player, because Paul George is a smooth player for to be 6'8", 6'9" like that, and he could dribble and all that. Footwork is nice. Like, he nice. Shout out to Sammy the King. He said Brunson not that guy. He's gonna fold it. And why? I wouldn't say that until I see it. I can't say what somebody. You know what I mean?
The reason why I think Brunson's going to do so well is because when he was a little kid and his dad was a player, he was around the Knicks when it was winning. He knows what it feels like as a little kid to know that feeling of Latrell Sprewell, Allen Houston, Patrick. Like, he was in the locker room as a little kid when these guys are literally watching him. Like, you know what I mean? Like, think about it. The same guys he was watching as a little kid, when he's having a press conference to get signed, they're sitting front row when the Knicks, you know what I mean? So I think Brunson is, I'm telling you, he's gonna show why the Knicks should have had a point guard for the last 15 years, and it shouldn't have took this long to get him.
Shout out to G Robinson. He says is Brunson better than Garland? I'm not saying yes, but I'm not saying no either. We're gonna see. Shout out to Sammy the King again. He said Brunson is Dennis Smith Jr. all over again. Bro, you're dragging it. Don't drag it. Don't drag it.
You're dragging.
Yeah, that's your controversial take, cause for the day, cause that's dragging it. Dennis Smith Jr. I don't know what happened. I don't know.
The one thing I gotta remember about Brunson is that dude knows how to win. This dude went to Villanova and led his team to 2 championships.
Mm-hmm.
Then you gotta remember, with the short amount of time that we've seen of the clips and the sample sizes that we have of Brunson, when he was on the Dallas Mavericks and his number 1 player went down and they told him the ball is in your court, he put the team on his back and took them to the Western Conference Finals. He was a step away from the NBA championship.
Mm-hmm.
You know it's crazy. Why do fans be acting like our players can't do something, like can't be something? Because he said, shout out to Eddie. He said Brunson ain't nowhere near Garland. Cut it out. We're not saying he is, but we ain't saying he ain't either. We never seen Brunson like really have a season on his own, so we can't say.
Mm-hmm.
We can't say, oh, nah, he'll never be. We only seen Garland really do it for 1 year. Can he
One season.
replicate that season again?
I was just about to say that. Can he do that again? Is he a Julius Randle? Is he gonna do that again? Or is Evan Mobley gonna take the team by a wing? Or is a Donnie team? Like yeah, Kendall, you're right about that. Is he gonna do that again? Is that gonna be Darius Garland for 5 to 6 years straight? Like, no, I don't see that. I'm sorry. And I was a big Darius Garland person. I don't see it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, like I know he probably can. Like I feel like he can, but it's just like I'm not gonna say Brunson can't because we didn't get to see it because he was playing with ball dominant Luka. I'm not gonna say that.
And I think that works out well for him. Because then if you think about it, Darius is a ball dominant player. Like he not, I wouldn't say like OD ball, but he's a ball dominant player. He gotta have the ball in his hands to make plays. He's not really an off ball player. So how is Donovan Mitchell gonna affect that? Like is Donovan Mitchell gonna be now a more off ball player, or who's gonna be the on baller more? You know what I mean? Like I think it's gonna work out okay, but I don't know.
I'm gonna read the super chat real quick. He said, Pirate Drugger, shout out to you for the $5 super chat. He said, "Get answer. Utah chose a return with lesser talent, so they wouldn't win next year. Listen to Jazz Unlock or Rick Bucha and RJ and Obi wins too many games." I agree with that, but I don't think that they would have kept because I was seeing reports that they was gonna flip RJ for more picks. They was gonna send him somewhere else. Shout out to Sammy the King again. He says more dragging it. So shout out to you this is all love, bro. So don't take it personal. This is all love. Shout out to you. He said Brunson from NY like Marbury and he folded. First of all, Marbury did not fold. He just was here with no talent. That team, honestly, I think that team was ahead of its time. I think that team will be elite now, but back then that wasn't the style of game that they needed to play. And they was playing with Larry Brown, who we're not even going to talk about Larry Brown on the Knicks. But yeah, Brunson gonna be all right. Brunson, like you say, he got all the mechanics to do what he got to do. He's a leader. He showed leadership in Villanova. He come from a winning system. He come from winning in Dallas. Although they didn't, make the finals and win a championship, they still won more games than we did. They had a winning environment. So the pressure of New York, And now that RJ got his bag, it's not all the pressure. Oh, that's the biggest signing that we had, so it's all on him. Now we got what they call in the mid three. That's what the new name for us now is the mid three for RJ, Randall, and Brunson. That they violating the internet violating us.
God,
big shout out to my guy, Almighty and Finesse in the chat. You know the deal was done weeks ago. My God, but everything can't crumble. The cookie can't always crumble our way.
Almighty Finesse is hilarious.
Yeah, that's my
hilarious, bro. I'm still thinking about that. Parrot Drug is a scammer, OD.
Big scam. The deal was done months ago with him.
Nah, shout out to you, Parrot Drug. That's hilarious. Yeah, but they calling us the mid three. That's crazy. They violating us. I don't know why. But it is what it is because the opinion would change when these players start playing and they're like, oh, I never said that. I never said that that's a mid three. I said that was middle to the pack, but they're not the mid. They're not mid. I don't want to hear none of that. I don't want to hear none of that, bro. It is. I'm not gonna be one of the fans that think now that we're gonna. I feel like we're gonna win 44 to 45 games this season. That's all. That's at the highest if everything goes right. Yeah, because we won 37. Look, we won 37, right? And a lot of the games last year, and a lot of the games we lost 20-point leads, did we not? A lot of those games. So, and we had Rose hurt. So Rose would have won. So we could have easily won 41 games last year.
I think so.
So you add a better player. I think Brunson can get us to 40, 44, 45.
But Grimes is going to take us over the top, bro.
We getting 67.
Oh boy, don't do that.
Well, Grimes, we're getting 67.
Oh my God, no man, don't. I think Grimes is. if Grimes starts over Fournier, I think we're probably a 50+ win team.
Aha! Shout out to you, Coach. The Dick 3. That's hilarious.
Coach wallet out.
Coach in the chat, Matt. David Parker says 39 and 42. Pudge Nice, 48 wins. That's tough. I don't know.
Hey, y'all all do me a favor right now. I want everybody to go in the chat and let me know what number is the Knicks getting this season, the amount of wins, whether it's 34.5 or 40, 50. If you all the way up to 55, just drop your number in the chat. Let me see what numbers y'all got in the chat.
55, man. I ain't saying 55. But I mean, personally, I'm thinking now that you have this much faith in Grimes, because clearly, if you have this much faith in Grimes, you have faith in his development, right? So if you think Grimes is going to develop faster than RJ, quickly, Obi, and them guys, then you don't have to trade. You don't have to look to trade for like a Brandon Ingram type player that's just going to muck it. That's going to muck it up. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to trade for a guy that's going to get in the way of the development of Grimes, RJ, and them. Clearly, you don't think, say, an OG Anunoby makes the Knicks better when you already have Grimes.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
What's an OG? What's an OG in Ingram? We got Grimes. He might as well get there. He might as well take Jordan's contract from Nike and just put Grimes on the logos.
Oh my God. See how
they might as well do that. Y'all buying
Greeny, you see where this is going, bro?
Yeah, big shout out to everybody that dropped their numbers in the chat. The worst one I seen was 28 on the lower side. Yeah, I seen somebody say 28. I want shout out to Oso. He said 28 wins.
Somebody said 15. King Poppy, but he said joking.
He's trolling. Yeah, he's
43 and 49.
The highest,
Make sure some of these numbers add to 82 though, because we can't be. Some of these look like 97 and all of that. Like, make sure they add the 82.
I see some trolls in here, some 72 and 10s, you know, but the highest I've seen is 50. 50. Shout out Big Mike. Big Mike, shout out to the 50.
Yeah,
and Pudge Night Show, I'm saying, I'm not okay. So I'm just gonna say this: if the Knicks have that much faith in Grimes, bro, then maybe they see something inside the gym, inside the practice facility that we don't see.
Yeah.
So instead of like setting our eyes on, say, Jalen Brown, who will have to trade away talent and make cap space for, and then give him the bag, maybe they feel like they can make Grimes into something comparable.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Without doing all of that.
Yeah, that's why I'm about to go buy the Concord Grimes tomorrow.
Yeah, I know you was trolling, Jay. I know you was trolling, Jay.
Tomorrow, I'm buying them. They about to get.
I had on the
Super Chat is getting lit.
I had the Ruby Red Grimes yesterday. I went to a funeral yesterday. I had on the Ruby Red Grimes.
Ruby Red Grimes. That's crazy. Shout out to Brooklyn Buddha. He said, thank you for the $5 super chat. He says, the way we evaluate our own talent reminds me of Richard Pryor joke when he told his wife he wanted a divorce. I wish I knew the joke, but I want to laugh at it.
You don't know the Richard Pryor? Oh,
I don't know the joke. I know Richard Pryor. My father let me listen to a tape when I wasn't supposed to. But I don't know the joke.
Big shout out to Sammy the King. He also said, feel like the league and the media messed up on us on exposing our offers like they wanted someone to step up and beat us. I agree with you on that, Sammy. I think that the Jags used the Knicks as a crutch to let the league know what their their bar was to go get Donnie. So I do agree with you on that too.
Yo, and it's nice. It's like, yo, stop it, man. Is that the new thing now? People just like, yo, if you want us to stop, you just want us to just end the live stream right now and never come back. That's what y'all want. Y'all like, stop it. Y'all want me to just click the end button and never come back? What are we talking about?
Paris Douglas says, Greeny and Kendall time to treat Freezy as a hostel.
But why? Why?
Y'all drinking a lot of haterade in that chat this morning. It's all good though.
Yeah. Okay. Time to treat me as a hostel. As a hostile witness. Is it time for me to get tortured for inside information? Nah, man. The thing is okay. So Rivera, this is the thing I want to do with Knicks fans. how do they on one hand say, yo, play the kids, trust the front office, right? And then on the other hand, when you say, okay, all right, let's play the kids and trust the front office, they're like, nah, man, what you talking about? You crazy. Didn't you say play the kids, trust the front office?
Yeah.
And then when I said play the kids, trust the front office, is Your Honor permission to treat the witness as a hostile witness?
But we was fiending him do that. We fiend still now. Like trade Randall, that old you feel me? Like I'm still on that type of time, but y'all can't switch up now because we didn't get Donovan Mitchell. We low key got what we wanted. For those that wanted the youth, only the youth to play, we kind of got what we wanted. Everybody should be rejoicing right now.
Yeah, man. I mean, yeah. Hey, Rivera, ultimately, what do you want? What do you want for the Knicks?
Well, I wanted Donovan Mitchell, but now that we didn't get Donovan Mitchell, all right, let me see the young boys, see what they got. Let me see the young boys at least this year. So now going into next offseason, you could cut the fat. Like, okay, now Obi showed me what he could be. All right, so let me get rid of Randall now. Grimes turned into Michael Jordan. So let me just scrap the whole team because we don't need nobody else but Grimes 1-on-5.
but Rivera, I understand where you coming from, but I'm looking at it as and I don't mean to dominate new school Knicks because I know new school Knicks got that flavor. Listen, Rivera, I understand y'all started y'all joint and it's popping. Y'all got 120 people watching y'all Sunday morning, 10:30 in the morning on a Sunday.
Labor Day weekend.
On a Labor Day weekend when they could be doing 1,000 other things. Y'all got the chat popping, so I'll give y'all credit. You know what I'm saying? I'll give you the credit, right? All right. So, but here's the thing. I just disagree with the Grimes thing because let me ask you a serious question and a series of questions, not serious. I'm sorry, a series of questions, and you let me know if it's reasonable to ask these or not. And I'm not gonna be disrespectful. I'm just asking you. So like, I'm not trying to put you on a hot seat. Right? Okay. Do you feel like Quentin Grimes is a better player than Evan Fournier?
No. As of right now, no.
No, I'm talking about going into the second season, not based on last year.
Going into the second season? No.
Okay. Do you feel like Quentin Grimes is a starter?
On this team, maybe.
On this team, is he a starter?
On this team, I'll say
he can be a starter.
Yeah, I'll say yeah. He could because the competition at that position is not so high.
Right. Do you feel like Grimes' defense is a plus attribute for the Knicks?
No, his effort is though.
But his effort, yeah, that's a good point. His effort is because he don't really guard nobody. Who he guarded?
Right. And here's the thing. I got two more. Right. I got two more. Mm-hmm. If Tom Thibodeau plays the kids the way he should play the kids, do you think Grimes can be a better player?
Yes.
Right. Yes. Just one more question. Right.
Yeah.
If you said and listen, I just want to lay this out. If regardless of what your answer is, chat, regardless of what your answer is, right? If you feel like Grimes is better than Fournier, if you feel like Grimes is a starter, if you feel like Grimes has upside if Tibbs plays him the right way, right? Do you feel like Grimes' effort on defense is a plus attribute for the Knicks? And here's the kicker. Here's the thing. If you feel like the impact of Jalen Brunson is a positive impact on a young player, whether it's Grimes, Obi, or whoever, or let me rephrase it. Do you feel like Jalen Brunson's impact on young players is a plus?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Remains to be seen, but yes, I'm going for assuming.
So here's the reason why I asked that series of questions. If you feel like Grimes is better than Fournier, if you feel like Grimes is a starter, if you feel like if Tibbs plays him the right way, Grimes will benefit. If you feel like Grimes' defense is a plus factor, and if you feel like that Jalen Brunson is going to have a positive impact on Quentin Grimes, how does that not create an all-star situation?
Mm-hmm. That's true.
If you said yes to all 5 of them things, then how is Grimes not an all-star?
Because
if you feel like because okay, just let me explain this just real quick. I promise I'm by the way. So if Grimes is better than Fournier, right? That means Fournier is a 14-point per game scorer. So if Grimes is better than Fournier, say that's 15 points per game, right? Just off of that alone, right?
mm-hmm.
And if you feel like Jalen Brunson makes him better, that's maybe 2 more points. That's 17 points. And if you feel like Tibbs using him the right way, that's about 20 points. And then you add his defense. Now you're talking about a 3-and-D guy, an offensive and defensive weapon. How is that not an all-star?
True. Hey, Chad, if y'all feeling what Freezy saying, if you on Fournier's side, put a 13 in the chat. If you on Grimes side, put a 6 in the chat. I need to know who y'all rocking with. I want to know which one y'all want to see in the chat.
And GHA Vlogs, thank you for the generous contribution, man. We appreciate that. And then Brooklyn Buddha says, Pryor told his wife he wanted a divorce because he wanted some new noonie. And so she said, if you had 3 more inches, you could find some new noonie. Here. That's your joke.
Nah, I feel like Grimes can be like Mikal Bridges and to a degree. You know what I mean? Mikal Bridges is not an all-star player, but everything he does fits what them need to do. You know what I mean? On the positive side. So I feel like Grimes could low-key be, a maybe lower tier version of Mikal Bridges. So
and guess who was Mikal Bridges' teammate when he won the NCAA championship?
Jalen Brunson.
Jalen Brunson.
Okay.
I thought you was going to say Amari Spelling, but okay.
Nah.
That's right.
Nah. So like, he could be that on that tier, but I don't think that. I just think that. I guess that I see if they value him to that point, I can see why they didn't want to trade him. I can see why. But then again, it's like, okay, you trade. Say if the trade did go through, right? You now have a 6'4" guy guarding all the best wings in the league. That's not going to work.
Boy. Okay. Dang, Rivera be. Dang, you. Hey, you hardcore, bro. Rivera is hardcore, bro. He don't play, man.
Yeah, no, that's not going to work.
I will say Fournier would have got cooked in the summer league.
Harwell, you dragging it, bro. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that, Harwell. And you my guy, bro. But don't do that. Fournier would have thrashed him in the summer league.
Fournier would have averaged 45 points a game.
The Fournier going crazy over in the FIBA games right now.
Yeah, man. And you saw how Fournier gave Kevin Durant the business in the World Basketball thing, and you think he wouldn't do that in the summer league? I don't know, bro.
I was about to say, how do y'all feel about Jalen Brunson being side by side with Evan Fournier? Like, we don't got to see no more of these immaculate side steps. The one move that Evan Fournier has, he has no other bag moves, just a side step. How do you guys feel about Brunson making it a lot easier for him to just shoot?
Listen, I'm waiting for Brunson to catch one body, not the dunk, just cook somebody. I'm waiting for the first cook of the season because we're gonna see it. But the little side steps, not the nasty side steps, man.
We shouldn't be seeing that no more. He should be taking wide open threes.
Yeah, and that's why they will value Grimes over Fournier. Fournier is just better right now, but Grimes right now fits the team better because he don't have bad habits. He's not an 8-9 year vet where his habits is just stuck. That's what he gonna do. He can learn different things and to do different stuff to get an easier bucket to figuring out the league. Fournier, he's figured it out, but he's also figured out bad habits. And I wouldn't want that for this team. I mean, but Fournier right now is better than Grimes. I don't care nobody say he's better than him right now. He just
yeah. Right now, yeah, I have to agree. Billy Goat said he had a good take in the chat. He said Fournier is a bench player on a good team. Grimes is a Gary Trent 2.0.
That may be true. That may be true.
I'm
but
telling you, I've been said that every Fournier is always his best on coming off the bench. If you look at his career, he's always the best coming off the bench.
Okay.
I mean, I get it. I get like Fournier. For me, I want Fournier to come off the bench because if you look at our bench, to be honest, it's like we got an elite bench. Like we got an elite bench. Our bench is probably going, if as is, it's just hard to find minutes for everybody because how is Grimes going to play over Fournier, or right? They got to figure that out. Cam and all of that. But
and see the Cam thing always. Remember, the Cam thing always disappoint me, man. Because y'all remember last year or early when we made the Cam trade. Well, last summer at the draft, I got mad at Leon Rose because the Atlanta Hawks wanted the first round pick for Cam Reddish, right? And I was like, yo, just give him the pick. We got two. This is the Grimes draft I'm talking about. The Grimes draft where we drafted Keon Johnson and traded his rights to the Clippers and all that stuff. I'm like, yo, well, yeah, come on, man. You got two firsts. And then they wind up fumbling and stumbling, and they wind up eventually that pick wind up being Cam Reddish anyway. But I wanted them to do it on draft night. You know what I'm saying?
That way we probably wouldn't have picked Grimes.
I think we was because remember our talk last summer before last summer's draft was we need a 6'8" wing player. You know what I'm saying? Because we were tired of Reggie Bullock. We like Reggie Bullock, man, Reggie Bullock. You know what I'm saying?
I was vouching for Uber.
Yeah. We were like trying to get that 6'8" wing player in the building. Now we have one in Farron Hunt. I don't know how good he's gonna be.
Sandwich.
Oh, come on, bro. Everybody
I don't want to hear his name. Stop. Y'all be saying his name. Farron Hunt. He's trash. He's not gonna play 1 minute in the
y'all gotta pack Farron Hunt up because he look like he's getting hunted. He's not hunting anything.
Farron Hunt is Ronaldo Bulkman, please.
Oh my God, please.
But he is like, come on, bro. Like Farron Hunt ain't nobody. Ain't nobody.
We call him Ferrari Hunt. That's his name with us. We call him Ferrari Hunt, bro. Subliminal 209 named him Ferrari Hunt.
He Fisher Price Hunt. Don't do that.
Low key.
Don't do that.
Y'all gassing that man. They gave that man a whole engine when he got
that man a kid, boy.
Like that, y'all gassing him so much. That's like telling an ugly dude, yeah, you could get that girl, and then go over there, and then he go over there and get his feelings hurt. Don't do that.
Yo, you call him Fisher Price.
They'd be like, my man's over there like you. And they look at him
they try to get him a Ferrari engine when they know this dude should be Flintstone Fisher Price running.
Nah, don't play my man like that.
He not even a gamer chair with the wheels. He ain't even that. He ain't getting around nowhere. He trash, bro. Come on.
My son don't even got the little Volt battery. You know, you put in your little kid's car.
Yeah, the one he charge up and all of that. Like, Farron Hunt.
They wildin'. And yo, chat, y'all think I don't like Grimes because I called him a ham sandwich? Y'all taking stuff out of context, man. Y'all taking stuff out of context. What it was is somebody called him Klay Thompson Jr. And I was like, stop calling him Klay Thompson Jr. And he was like, nah, man, he Klay Thompson. And I'm like, bro, this dude is not Klay Thompson. They're like, no, Freezy, Grimes is Klay Thompson. And I was like, nah, he a ham sandwich.
Nah, he comes from the Klay Thompson tree, but that doesn't mean he Klay Thompson. He comes from the tree. But that's not y'all just said Klay Thompson. It's just Klay Thompson is the top of the top, and then everybody else is sprinkled down.
Nah, he can't be.
Why not?
Hey, Freezy, you not bugging? Remember, we heard some Ray Allens. We heard some.
They were saying Ray Allen.
That's why I went on the whole Quentin Grimes thing of him being a ham sandwich. Stop calling him a steak dinner. I didn't call him peanut butter and jelly. I just said he's somewhere in the middle. He a ham sandwich.
Shout out Pudge Nice. He said he couldn't beat the rookies in the Summer League chip game. Facts. He was cooking every game. I went to show this. Everybody was, RJ better watch out. Grimes on the way. Couldn't even get it done.
But that's the reason why I called him. That's the reason why I kept calling him a ham sandwich because there's unbelievable, insatiable hype about Grimes, and right now at this very moment, he is Frank Ntilikina. At this moment, he is Frank Ntilikina. Now, will he be that halfway through the season? Maybe not. Will he be that in 2 years? Probably not. He'll probably be way better. He'll probably be an all-star based on what Leon Rose see. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, you can't say this dude. You can't say that this dude is champagne, caviar, and bubble baths when my man is averaging 6 points and 2 assists.
Exactly. He's not even John Salmons. John Salmons.
I just told y'all this earlier. He's not even Obi Toppin. Yes, wow.
He better than Obi. He better than Obi, bro.
Yeah, the trajectory.
No, right now he better than Obi, right? Right now he better than Obi.
No, he's not. No, he's not. No, he's not.
Obi played the same amount of minutes last year. And Obi field goal percentage and free throw percentage is better than Grimes, and he scored more points. They played it.
What about all around game though?
All around game, yeah. But I feel like this. I feel like, do we need Grimes? Yes, we definitely need a player like Grimes. But is Grimes end all be all? No. Absolutely not.
Now Grimes is gonna be an all-star, bro, because of the 5 things I mentioned.
Yeah, all-star and what? The Drew League?
Why?
No shout out, no shade to the Drew League because they got ballers there.
They got ballers
there.
They got
ballers over
right
there. Plus the league NBA players go over there. But I'm just saying, like, Grimes, bro, he's too clean cut. Y'all be talking about how Obi and all them smiling and all of that. Grimes too clean cut. You could tell he ain't from New York. You could just tell when a person ain't from New York. He ain't just got that. He ain't not a stepper. Grimes don't give me, like, even if he make an all-star, he ain't going in there drippy. He going in there dirty.
Yeah, I know, man. But do you have to be a New York player in order for the team? And all the players that have got the Knicks to championships, none of them were from New York. And the dudes that come from New York, that go play for New York, have not led the Knicks to championships.
Well, I got New York bias because I'm from New York. So you could tell. It's just the way you carry yourself. Like, look at Knox. He was happy to see the buildings. Bro, we don't. If you really from New York, we don't care about Times Square. No, we don't go there for nothing. For what? We ain't going to see the ball drop. Why we going over there?
Knox. Soon as that dude Knox came out and had that Fortnite on the inside of his jersey, I knew it was over, bro. I knew it was over. Dude came to the NBA draft with the Fortnite.
I gotta address the chat. Josh, shout out to you, Josh. He said, "Yo, he getting more money. I know he getting more money than me, bro. I know that. It's just funny to say. Now I know he getting more money than me, bro. I would love to have Grimes check his bench check. I would love to have it. I'm not a hater. I'm just joking. It's just trolling, bro. I'm just trolling.
I would say the thing about Knox is the thing is Knox is I think first of all, the story is not officially over for Knox, right? It's not officially over. He came in too young. He was the youngest player in the NBA when he came in, right? All right, so the story's not over for Knox. I hope he have a good career. But his pops, Kevin Knox, the receiver from Florida State that played receiver with Charlie Ward, was an alpha. I saw his pops go. Yo, y'all remember a dude named Sean Taylor from the Washington Redskins?
Yeah, the one passed away.
Y'all remember Ed Reed and y'all remember Ed Reed?
Yeah.
And so the Miami Hurricanes used to have safeties like that every year.
Hard hitting safeties.
Yeah, I saw Kevin Knox go across the middle against the Hurricane safeties. Charlie Ward, it was like, yo, it's 3rd and 7, and we got to go to our best receiver. And Kevin Knox was not the best receiver, but he begged for the ball. Right? I think the best receiver at that time was Tamarick Vanover and maybe Snoop Menace. Maybe Peter Ward, right? Knox goes across the middle, and he gets laid out cold, right? But he holds onto the ball to keep the drive alive for Florida State. The Florida State go down and lose the game because they kick a miss a field goal wide right. But nobody knew that was going to be the outcome. Because if he knew that, he would have went across the middle for that pass if he knew he was going to lose. But Kevin Knox went across the middle multiple times. They were like, if they run this route again, just keep blasting them. Florida State couldn't get nothing else nowhere else. The only play that was working for them, even with Warwick Dunn, the only play Kevin Knox across the middle. And Kevin Knox was going out there sacrificing his body, getting lit up by the Hurricane safeties, right? They had to put, what's that stuff you put in people's nose to bring them back to, like when
All
they get
that,
knocked out?
Smelling salt.
Yeah. He went across the middle and they knocked him out cold, but he was clutching onto the ball. And the referee was trying to pull it out of his hands and he wouldn't let it go. Because he was not dazed, whatever. He was doing whatever for the team. And so that dude used to block down on defensive ends. He was a receiver. He wasn't a tight end. This dude was a receiver. This dude was like a 6'3" receiver. And you know what I'm saying? Whatever. He had so much dog in him. He had dog in him, bro. He had that thing where he wasn't the best athlete, but then his son come along with all the physical gifts and he taller, come up all these camps and he showed less. Like those that remember the name Kevin Knox, all we think about is that tough Hines Ward-like receiver that go across the middle and get his head knocked off, but make the catch. And then his son come in the league and shoot up fadeaway threes, shine away from contact. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, what a paradox.
Yo, it's like
parallel, like they two different people.
Yeah, but they share the same name. So when you hear Kevin Knox, you look at Knox, you're like, yo, this dude was a dog.
Yeah, but they come up at different times. So like his father probably came up rougher, but then he gave him a different, lifestyle. So he was living in a different lifestyle that didn't require him to be so tough and all of that type of thing. So you could say that.
I understand where you're going with that, man. But when I hear the name Kevin Knox, I think about that receiver with average ability. Kevin Knox only played in the NFL for like 8 games because he wasn't fast enough, strong enough. The only thing, he was just tough. But you can find tough dudes like that anywhere off the street, right? But gifted 90th percentile athletes like Kevin Knox, I'm not saying Kevin Knox is Blake Griffin athleticism, but it's hard to find a good athlete that's 6'9" and can shoot.
Yeah, I mean, shout out to Knicks Nation 112. He said Knox had a better rookie season than RJ and Obi. Debatable about RJ, but definitely better than Obi. You could say they kind of had the same rookie season, ups and downs, but debatable for that.
I said this plenty of times.
I meant Obi, yes.
I said this plenty of times about Kevin Knox. When Kevin Knox was here, the Knicks had nobody on their team. Once the new regime came in and made it competitive for Kevin Knox to actually have a competition to start, dude got sent to the Wolves. Like he is not like.
Oh, you talking about Fizdale when he said, "I'm a fix you," Moutier, or whatever he said. Yeah. He said that to Moutier, right?
Yeah. But like,
he said Kevin it like Knox he was a good. Don.
I liked Kevin Knox. I'm not even gonna lie. I did like Kevin. I thought he was gonna be solid here.
I thought so too.
Yeah, me too.
It didn't pan out because they weren't like he didn't have anybody. There was no leader on our team at that point. There's no leader. You know what I mean? And then you bring in Julius Randle, a guy who's trying to prove himself. Like Kevin Knox is not competing with Julius Randle. You know what I mean? And then you got to think about it. Julius Randle and Kevin Knox came from the same alma mater. So now Julius Randle probably gonna be like, "Oh, I'm the better Wildcat here." You know what I mean? He trying to.
I thought it was puppy love though. I thought Randle was showing Knox too much love. I thought he's showing him favoritism.
I think Julius came there and said, "Hey, this is my time to shine. I'm taking over. It's my time now." And that's what happened. The dude Knox got sent to the Wolves, and that was it.
Do you think they should have sent him to the G League though?
Yes.
Maybe. I think that he
just didn't want to look bad
in the rotation more because I think his shot was good. I think he could have played the 4 for us, but it had to be an offensive lineup 4. So you had to put defensive players around him.
Yeah. I feel like in a system like Milwaukee, he'll thrive because all Giannis gonna do is draw the attention. He just gotta sit and shoot. So like the systems like that, he'll be fine. Miami, places like that, he'll be fine. I feel like I was gonna say I forgot what I was gonna say about Kevin Knox. But I mean Kevin Knox, 6'9", shooter, athletic. All he had to do was just play his game.
Yeah.
And like, that's what I was gonna say. Y'all remember the game in Atlanta when we first got back when we traded him, and he looked like he wanted to cry, and everybody hugged him. He probably whispering, "Yo, take me back. Yo, tell Coach take me back. Tell him take me back. I don't want to be there."
That's what you was thinking. Nah,
I was happy. I was happy and sad for him because I was like, "Damn, bro, we drafted him and all of that."
He wanted to be. I think he wanted to succeed as a Knick, bro. That's what I thought.
Yeah. He wanted to come. I feel like you see your little brother somewhere that he off somewhere, and then you see him like, "Damn, bro, he was just with us yesterday."
Yeah.
I felt bad.
So the person that said Kevin Knox had a better career than RJ, you're false. You're wrong. That's number one. Number two, rookie season he didn't. That's number one. Number two, Kevin Knox in his rookie season was averaging 12. He was averaging 12.8 points a game with 28 minutes per game on 37% shooting from the field.
Terrible.
The next season he went down to 6 points per game. So like I said, once the next season they brought in the competition for Kevin Knox to prove to be a starter, he got sent to the Wolves. He was dirt.
And so for that reason, even though I want Cam Reddish to be successful, I really don't have high hopes for him because Cam Reddish, those numbers that you just mentioned are Cam Reddish numbers. 38% from the floor, 13 points a game, 12 points a game, whatever.
And Kevin Knox was barely averaging 1 assist.
And you can say the same thing with Cam about the competition. He had competition. When competition got there in Atlanta, they drafted you, gang. Like you should have been at that starting spot, but you couldn't get it over Horder and what's son name by Donovan and DeAndre Hunter and DeAndre Hunter. They draft come on, bro. You're supposed to beat them out. Why couldn't you? I know. Like it was circumstances as far as like health reasons why and all of that, but still, when healthy, you're still supposed to be the better player. So it don't matter if you got hurt. So when I come back, my spot's solidified. Like I'm that dude, even with Trae Young. Okay. And now it's the same thing here. He even though he said it was false or whatever, I still in the back of the mind, everybody wants a bigger role on the team and stuff. So I feel like in the back of his mind, that's how he feels. So it could be the same thing here. You can't beat the competition that's in front of you.
Yeah.
And with all that talent that everybody says he has, he's the most talented player. Okay, let me see. Because if you're not getting the minutes, show it in practice. To force them to give you the minutes. You know what I mean? Like if I'm not getting the minutes on a regular game, I'm gonna go ahead and do what I got to do in practice to cook everybody. I'm cooking everybody. That's your man's.
Yep.
I'm going down the list. Oh, RJ your man's. All right, watch. Now I'm gonna embarrass you. Oh, Grimes, that's your man's. I'm gonna embarrass you every time in practice. Whoever's playing my position. But I mean, Cam is the most talented player on this team, though, and Grimes.
I do agree with that. Definitely are the most talented. Yeah,
I mean, he could be talented, but that don't make Don P. That he could be talented, but that don't make him better. Talent. They were saying the guy Lenny Cooks was cooking up LeBron and Melo back then.
Mm-hmm.
But where he at now? You know what I'm saying? Sometimes last time I saw his God bless him because I can't imagine being that guy and then it all get taken away. But sometimes you believe your own hype, and that's a bad thing. That could turn against you because you feel like you ain't got to work because I'm already here. Nah, I ain't got to work. It's easy to get something when you but it's easy. It's harder to maintain it. You know what I'm saying? Like you could get $1 million, but can you keep the $1 million? Can you make more off the $1 million? So it is what it is. Not easy. I'm not saying it's easy to get $1 million, but somebody that has that is. I just feel
Okay. Hey, we can't. Hey, Rivera, we can't hear you, bro.
Yeah, I couldn't hit. Hello.
Oh, hold on. Hey, Greeny, you got some music playing in the background? Is that what I'm? Oh, is that me?
What'd you say, Coach? Yeah, that's probably my son's iPad. I keep trying to turn him down, and he keep turning it up. Give me 1 second.
Rivera, can you hear us? Like Rivera, bro. Can you hear us?
I can hear you.
You can't hear Rivera though, right? I can't hear Rivera say nothing.
Yo, Rivera.
Yeah, I can't hear Rivera say nothing, bro.
Yeah, the audio went crazy just now. Had to throw in the headphones. I thought I was going crazy.
Nah, man, I can't hear Rivera say nothing. But it sounds like Rivera. It sounds like Rivera is saying. It sounds like Rivera is saying that he loved Grimes. Is that what he's saying? Rivera was saying that he loved Grimes.
I don't think he was saying that. I ain't gonna speak for him.
So should we speak for him, man? Just say. So Rivera is saying. I'll just mess around. I'll just mess around. Yeah.
In the meanwhile, what I will say is, during the month of February, it wasn't a lot of games, but R.J. Barrett was averaging 28 points per game.
Yeah.
On 42% shooting from the field and 39% shooting from three-point line.
Okay.
And his free throw percentage was terrible. That was the worst it was the whole season. He was averaging 28.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. That's what. So Greeny, for those that don't like R.J. Barrett, they don't like R.J. because they see his inefficiencies. But I promise you, when this kid puts it,
Yo, y'all can hear me now?
Yeah. You.
My bad, y'all. My bad, y'all.
No, ain't two things happen, bro. But the thing is you know what? Let me retract promise. Let me say this. I think when R.J. Barrett puts it all together, this dude's gonna be a dynamo, yo.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because he averaged like 29 points a game, and his free throw shooting was bad. You know what I'm saying? And then there was months when his efficiency went up, and his free throws went up, and he just was taking less shots.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, yo, why don't you? What's wrong with RJ putting it all together?
And that month, February, where he was averaging 28, he was getting to the free throw lines 10 times a game.
10 times a game. And
that's something we gotta see.
It wasn't making them.
Yeah, wasn't making them. Shooting 66%. That's terrible. Terrible.
Yo, hey man. So yo, it's about time for old school Knicks. AD hit me up a little while ago and said that he wanted to rock. Would y'all would be okay if we just mix the panel?
I'm down for whatever.
Yeah,
but before we get into that, K, I need your controversial take for the day.
All right, let me. I'm gonna move out of the way. Y'all do that. I'm gonna just.
I need your unless you want me to go first. You feel me? Because I'll start it off.
Well, my controversial take was RJ at requesting a trade after like a year or two, only based upon like if y'all believe in Grimes so much and this is Grimes' team now, I don't wish there's no point of me being here. You know what I mean? So that'd be my controversial take. Just RJ just having enough is enough. I didn't get the ball from day one. Feel me? I think I gave the ball to Randall. Yeah, paid me the 107, but I feel like you could say RJ didn't have to take that deal. He could have bet on himself and came out here and cooked, and then got that bag next season, going into next season. So I mean, that's my controversial take. Also, Cam is not that good. Stop the cap.
Okay. So my controversial take for today This is not my controversy. Cam is going to be good. I just had to come back at you real quick. But my controversial take for today is that R.J. Barrett in the next season will be snubbed of a all-star selection.
Oh, yeah, I believe that.
R.J. Barrett will be snubbed of an all-star selection next year.
Okay.
That's my controversial take for today.
Hey, y'all mind if I do one?
Yeah,
Yeah, okay. So
everybody in the chat too.
So my controversial new school Knicks take, and Sunday mornings, 9 a.m. Come rock with us. Make sure y'all smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. I think our yearly goal, we want to get to like 5,000 subscribers by the end of the year. So if you're listening, man, help keep the momentum rolling, man. Support new school Knicks. They putting together some dope stuff behind the scenes. When they roll this stuff out, y'all gonna be amazed. And I'm not putting no pressure on them. They kind of putting pressure on themselves. They kind of betting on themselves by all the stuff that they're doing. And yes, I'm co-signing and supporting it all, yo. I'm here to support new school Knicks, man, and the moves that they making. So, but my controversial take is this. Quentin Grimes is going to average 26 points a game. This is my controversial take. Yo, this ain't y'all's. Come on, bro. Come on, yo. Why y'all doing me like that? That's why old school.
But this is why it's controversial takes.
But I ain't even finished.
Go.
So Quentin Grimes is going to average about 26 points a game and going to provide elite level otherworldly defense. Quentin Grimes, the 26 points a game is going to be the easy part, but I think Quentin Grimes is going to put up 26 points a game. People think it's going to be an aberration, and he's not going to make the All-Star team, but Quentin Grimes will be in the Defensive Player of the Year conversation. That's my controversial take.
I believe it. You know what's crazy? And let me get this clear. Cam is not a ham sandwich. He's not a ham sandwich. He's a ham and cheese hot pocket.
That's even worse.
He's not a ham sandwich, but he's a hot pocket, bro. And I'm tired of people. The Cam stuff annoys me because he ain't show nothing to even be like, what? Yo.
The only thing Cam Reddish did is that first game in his playoff career. That's literally the only thing you could say is good.
Like, I be hating on RJ, who's shown way more than what Cam does, but be giving Cam so much love off of what I think he could be.
Yeah, one game in the playoffs. That one game in the playoffs probably got to his head when he had that 29. Mm-hmm. He was like 6 for 8 for 3. He did it against the Bucks, so that's why he walks around thinking he's a star. You know what I mean?
I mean, you have the confidence, bro, but you gotta back it up.
Yeah,
true.
You can have all the confidence in the world, but you gotta back it up. I can't say like, and I'm not trying to, because I'm nowhere near a hater or anything, but like I'm just a realist. Like you can't say Cam is so great if he hasn't shown greatness, because the same excuses y'all make so much excuses for Cam, but then we want to dismiss everybody else, those that's Cam lovers.
Ooh, you right. I just out of hand. Like we go to bat for Cam, but then just throw Obi away out of hand. You know what I'm saying? Or we make excuses for Cam and then just throw quickly has been thrown away in the most disrespectful way possible. Like Quickly and Miles McBride, people just automatically think all the young players are better than them.
Yeah, they think McBride is trash.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
Like it's annoying. McBride is right, but
yo, Trevor kills.
Wow,
Trevor kills.
Nah, because we said that like the first episode. We were saying, "Yo, McBride is trash," and we keep saying that Produce is nice.
Yeah,
McBride trash, bro. He's a G League player, bro. He's a G League player for now. He's a G League player, but NBA McBride not that good. G League McBride, MVP.
But we don't say that about Hartenstein. Because Hartenstein was the G League MVP.
Oh, word. And how many? Because how many of y'all Cam fans was following him all through Atlanta while he was in the league? Don't say Duke. Everybody was watching Duke.
That's what I'm saying. I was watching him on Ball His Life when he was in high school before he even got to Duke. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but none of that means nothing in the NBA.
Not facts. facts. None
So
of
how
that.
many
None
of
of
y'all
that.
fans in the chat that's Cam lovers was sitting there hashtag we hashtagging Cam lovers. That's what we calling out for the season that keep batting for Cam. And he ain't doing nothing. How many of y'all was watching him in Atlanta? Doing what? Sitting there either hurt. But y'all gonna put his per 36 though. Y'all gonna put up his per 36 that look amazing.
Yeah. Hey, Paris Duggar, thank you for the generous contribution. Paris Duggar says, treat him like a prostitute. He's an angel. That's what we are. And that's all right. And I think that's because of the Quentin Grimes thought. It's a controversial take. This was a controversial take segment, right?
Yep.
Nah, yeah.
This is the segment.
Hardwell. No. I'm not. He's way better than Frank. 100%. Oh, 100% better than Frank. Can't get no worse than Frank.
Somebody said Cam a Jamaican beef patty.
Come on, man.
Yo.
But those are good though.
Those are good.
Throw some cheese in it. You chilling.
What? And you don't even.
But that went over your head. That went over your head when I said that is good. Those are good though. Get what I'm saying? Now I'm saying, Cam is good. Cam is good. It's just that.
I got what you were saying. You no. Cam is not a Jamaican beef patty because those are good. Cam is not.
Cam
is
nice. Cam is nice. I'm joking. I'm only joking.
I get what you're saying, but y'all can't say that around Coach because you know what Coach gonna say, bro.
What?
Coach is like, Coach said he watched Cam play and had a lot of talent in the building. Yeah. So if
to be fair, hold on, Freezy, real quick. To be fair, there's no full course meals on our team. There's no full course meals.
Right.
They all snacks. Of course.
I feel you. I'm not saying one way or the other. Like any of them young dudes are gonna be stars. The only star on this team right now is Grimes. That's it. Grimes is the only one. The front office believe. Listen, because you can't say you don't. You can't say, guys, you got to believe in the front office, and then the front office takes a direction, and then you be like, nah, I don't believe in the front office. It can't. It's just too hypocritical, man. If you believe in the front office have faith in Grimes. Let's have faith in Grimes in the front office, man. I mean, come on, we can't be hypocritical. You know what I'm saying? I mean.
James, hold on, Freezer, because James, I don't want to lose what he said before.
Yeah, I got it too. Yeah, I got it right here too.
He said that we didn't read his controversial prediction.
I got
Could
it
you
right
say
here.
it again? You got it?
Yeah, I got it. It's frankly, RJ's inefficiency comes from his inability to finish and not converting free throws. That means nothing to do with the lack of a PG.
Is that a controversial take or prediction?
Nah, it was just a super chat. Just donated. He just dropped it in there.
Shout out to you.
Now it had been in there. I had put it up, but I thought somebody read it. My bad.
Oh no.
I agree with you, James Lee, but I don't think the reason why RJ's inefficiencies is because of the point guard. I think it's because of the lack of the spacing on the floor, which Jalen Brunson will bring to the team. So that's where I think And then his shooting percentages, of course, that's going to be affected because he doesn't have anybody breaking it down. You know, he's not shooting wide open threes. He's shooting contested threes. I think that's all going to change this year with Brunson being there and Hartenstein, more spacing for RJ to attack the rim with no big man there. I think that all changes this whole season.
Hey, Freezy, Anthony D's ready?
Nah, he ain't ready yet.
All right, cool. He about to flame us. He gonna be like, I was listening in the background. I'm sitting there watching, drinking my thing, and I hear these young kids up there talking about we about to get schooled. He better come up there.
He better come in there with his Bible, but he don't know. We ain't running from no smoke, baby.
Nah, we ain't running from no.
I read from the Book of Hove. I don't know about that. I just read from the Book of Hove.
Yeah, man, we ain't dodging no smoke. Old school Knicks fans come in here if y'all want to have step in. We gonna blitz y'all. We gonna have y'all falling down with them church shoes on y'all be wearing.
Nah. I got the Crocs on right now.
Nah, old school. You know how old school Knicks fans be wearing church shoes at every event? Yo, you outside hooping, they out there trying to hoop with church shoes on.
Y'all be having on. Oh, y'all be having on. So my pops be wearing this. It's some type of what y'all call that? What do you call it? Like texture. It's something that it is, and it's so old headish. And I be looking like, bro, take that off. He wear it to every graduation. I be like, bro, take that off, bro. Take that off. You hot. You hot. Oh, it's linen. He got the linen on.
Oh, the linen. Yeah, my dad be wearing the linen too. He
Ain't nothing wrong with the linen, but it's some nasty color. It's like copper brown.
Yeah, it's like beige brown. Yeah.
That off-white ice cream come brown. On. Yo, okay. I'm gonna go show you what I want to the funeral.
You know it's funny. You know it's funny, Kendall, that you say that. Mm-hmm. My dad used to rock the linen in the church. He'd be like, "Oh, it's hot. Oh, I'm rocking my whole linen suit." So he go to church, the whole linen on. With like you say, he know, oh, this gonna have me breathing in church. It ain't gonna be hot. Yeah, so I know exactly what you're talking
about. Ugly, is it? It's ugly. Nasty.
That nasty towel, like, yeah, I know.
Shout out to my pops.
Yeah, shout out to Big Pops. You know, he holding it down at the church right now.
I don't know where. Nah, I ain't gonna say it. My pops is not here right now. Like he's somewhere chilling. He around. Not he around, but he not. He just doing he's doing his thing right now. Mm-hmm. He probably with my little brother somewhere. But yeah, that's hilarious. Freezy about to pull out the. Oh my god, he's gonna have mad squares on his suit.
Big shout out to everybody in the chat. Please hit that like, spam it. Y'all hit the sub. Y'all turn on the bell so y'all know when NSK is coming on. Mm-hmm. We got the merch coming up soon. Me and K was designing the NSK logo the other day. Like I'm telling y'all,
King
it's
Amp,
coming.
We missing you, bro.
Pull up, Brody. Bro. I dropped the link in there. You more than welcome to come on. This is your show too, bro. And we might have a little debate battle today. So. You might as well come on, but the merch is on the way. I'm not joking when I say the merch is on the way. I got plain hoodies right here. I got the plain hoodies right here. Trust me. The
pulling
merch
out the hoodies from the garbage bag is crazy.
It's on the way. I'm not playing, bro.
Now we grinding, bro.
I'm not playing.
For y'all, bro.
The logos is here. We y'all gonna see the Knicks hoodies popping out soon. The NSK hoodies popping out soon. So you better lock in. Hit us up on Twitter. Hit us up on anything. We're taking all content. Write it down. All that. You know what I mean? Word. Like sub to the channel. Like it up. Do whatever you got to do to make sure that you locked in with us because we about to go all the way up.
Make sure when y'all order y'all hoodies, y'all get the I just know the sizes and everything. So make sure y'all get all the right stuff. We don't want to make sure it mess anybody up.
Yes, sir.
Oh, and let them know how they run because somebody might order a large, it might run big, or it might run small. I mean,
yeah. Facts. Yeah, we're gonna we're gonna have a little model so y'all can all see. We're gonna have people all shapes and sizes and everything, so you can get around the back. Oh, that might fit me. That might fit me here. So we're gonna set y'all up real nice. We're gonna make sure that everything's going well. We're gonna make sure everything's color coordinated. We're gonna make sure everything's fashionable. New school. We're gonna be very fashionable over here. I don't know about old school. I know that's one thing we definitely gonna probably have to up on them. Feel me? But definitely looking forward to starting the merch line for NSK. I'm looking forward to getting it out to all the fans out there.
Yeah, but y'all. So I'm not a hater. I'm just thinking I'm not a hater. I was just be trolling. I'm joking. I know Cam is in the league for a reason, obviously. But it's just funny. It's just hilarious. But and also Grimes, I ain't got no much money as you have, obviously, bro. I'm just saying. I was just joking with y'all. But Grimes, please, average 40 for us, please. I mean, because they put you in the limelight for no reason, bro. I feel bad for you. You could have averaged 9 points, skated through the season. Nobody would have said nothing. And now front office put you there, and now you gotta average 25. Because that's what fans is going to expect. Same thing with RJ. This might be the Greeny. This might be the season that Randall get to sit back and pressure might not be on him as much. Because pressure's on Grimes and RJ and Brunson and all that. Randall might be able to skate. He might be able to skate.
He might be the skate. Yeah, he might be able to skate. You backing out that linen?
Nah, I'm ready to show you. I'm
Let me see how sharp you was yesterday.
So these are the pants. So I had khakis yesterday.
Yeah, you had the Deacon Freezy out there yesterday.
That was the khakis, right? And then I had the polo shirt, Ralph Lauren.
Ooh,
Ralph Lauren with the bow tie. Y'all see
Let me see.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
yeah.
Ralph Lauren with the bow tie, right? And then and so for those that don't know, this is what it looked like, top and bottom, right? And then over the top of that, I had the where is it? It must have hold on.
Freezy about to put it on. Freezy about to get dressed.
That boy Freezy out there made Walt Clyde Frazier happy, baby. He went there with the style.
Mm-hmm. Nah, he going crazy over there. Nah, y'all can't take everything we say literal though. Dog. We just joking. Obviously, Boston's not gonna average 40. Come on. Now.
Yeah, and so I had the Van Heusen sweater over the top. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. You was looking like what's his name, Mr. Rogers?
Yeah, so
he walked out the house and said it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
So this is kind of what it looked like, right? With the bow tie, the shirt, you know what I'm saying?
You was in there killing them.
You know what Sunset and Boomerang gotta coordinate.
And then like on the bottoms, I had to throw on the Grimes, so I was rocking it with these. I had the Grimes on.
That boy had on the French toast Grimes.
Yeah.
I had the Grimes on. They said that we gotta take Grimes Jordan off the logo and put Grimes now.
Yeah, man. Y'all be doing us dirty. And look at Paris Duggar. Hey, what's Paris Duggar at? Look at Paris Duggar Abbey, yo.
Yeah, that boy cool, and he's sharp on that one too.
Wait, and his avatar pic?
Yeah. Pop up that super chat. You know he got one of them lurking.
Yeah. I'm gonna show you Paris Duggar super chats. Paris Duggar
avatar looks like he came from a Tyler Perry play.
Nah, he clean. Look at
that. My joint sharp.
Very clean.
Sharp.
Got his
clean.
You know I'm glad that you're from Long Island, my brother. Looking sharp, I'm representing real nice.
Yeah. Nah, man. We rock clean. This is how I dress every day, bro. Y'all be seeing me with like these cut off t-shirts and stuff, bro. But this is like when I be showing up, like when I show up to y'all crib, like to talk about y'all, like to manage assets and to set y'all future on the right path, like to get y'all out of that broke pattern. This is what I be doing. This is what I be rocking right here, bro.
So you be like, you want to get to this. Like that's what you want to look like this 20 years from now.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm sorry to cut y'all off, but I like the energy that I'm seeing in the chat. They telling people stop ducking from questions and all that. Yeah, that's the type of energy I like in the chat. Keep the smoke up in the chat, y'all.
Yeah, that's the energy we bring here.
And I'm laying it down for a dude named the Ghetto Intellect, who is the second sharpest dresser on the channel. Ain't nothing wrong with being the second sharpest.
I was about to say that sound like a shatta.
Yeah, because second place is the first loser. Second place is the first loser.
Yo, first loser. And you always remember, second place will never get remembered. you never remember who was the runner-up.
Yeah, I don't know no silver medalists.
Think about it. You never remember the second team that won in the Super Bowl.
None. That's why it's important for me to be the cleanest dude in the world everywhere I go.
Yo, I'm missing. Yo, Hardwell, what's going on, bro? What's going on, baby? I'm bringing the Far Rock out of Hardwell. Once Far Rock come out, I'm following up, bro. What's going on? What's going on in the chat? And
big shout out to C-Mac, Keyshawn, Hardwell, Almighty Finesse, Maxo Icy. Shout out to Sherwin. Shout out to JJ, Core Mega. Shout out to Big Coach out there, but he's small, really.
Nice,
big shout out to DSJ, One Harlem. Big shout out to everybody that came through. Pudge, you already know. Bodega Wi-Fi, King Poppy. Y'all already know how I'm rocking. Y'all already know that.
And the ultimate troller, Almighty Finesse. Mr. Breaking News himself is there.
Mr.
Always.
The ESPN analysis. That's our ESPN side, our source. That's our woes. You feel me? And then I got, of course, you can't forget the MVP, Mr. Duggar himself. You feel me?
Yo, Ant, we miss you, bro. Pull up. I know you watching.
And big shout out to my guy, the People's Champ. Free that guy. Wherever he at, free that man, King Ant the Champ. Word.
I'm missing a co-host right now. But shout out to Uncle Freezy for blessing us again, because he was here last week for me. But then he said something about R. Kelly, and I had to hop in real quick because that was out of line. He said something about R. Kelly. I was like, whoa, wait a minute. You gotta get us cut off the edge, ready.
What? You got something to say? Oh no, he
Julian Blum is here. Yo, he said y'all corny. Us or the chat? What we do?
What we do? I mean, we can't be that corny. They rocking with us early in the morning.
He might be talking about the chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Big shout out to D Block. Even though you came in here and dropped the Celtics tag, baby, we accept all the love, whether it's good or bad. You came in and you dropped love.
Yeah, facts. We're just waiting on Anthony D to show up so we could have the old school, new school. I know that's probably anticipated for them to violate us, because I know Anthony D got the smoke for us.
Come on, you're doing too much.
Hi,
Yeah.
You say what's up? Look, talk to the people.
Oh, Jay Boogie here. Jay Boogie, yo.
The closer. Shout out to Jay Boogie, the closer.
We just here rocking, waiting. C-Mac, I still don't forget that you said I look like Rasheed Wallace. I'm never going to forget it. Anthony D. There you go.
Hey, what's going on, fellas?
What's up, bro?
What's going on?
Nah, we're just waiting for the knowledge. We're just waiting for we know it's coming. We know it's coming.
No, no, I'm here. I'm here for the knowledge. I'm here for the knowledge. I'm on a new school platform and so forth. Salute Nick Nation out there.
Nah, we didn't know if he was watching back watching us earlier when we was talking about how Grimes it's got to be the new savior of the Knicks because they value them so much.
I mean,
good morning, still.
I mean, is that what it is? Do they know if Grimes is their savior? Like, is that the fallback plan?
It seemed like they didn't want to trade him.
I don't even know if they know. I'm at this point for me. I'm just waiting for new management. I'm waiting for new management.
I'm waiting for a new coach.
I'm waiting for a new everything.
Yeah, because at this point, it's like they're too scary. I mean, yeah, I feel like we could see a lot more potential if we open up the offense, because Thibodeau don't really open up the offense. It's so stale, so boring to watch. Because the place is not really boring. You could say like people like RJ ain't got no, shake or nothing like that. The game is boring, but if you open up the court and make them run and all of that, the game is fun. The game would be fun to watch. But it's just boring that his offensive sets. It's like pass the ball to Randall, then Randall passes behind to Fournier, and he just run around him, and then Fournier side step three or whatever. It's not that good. It's boring.
Hey, thank you, Jay Boogie, for the generous contribution. He said, I wear a mean dark pair of shades. Don't make me pull out with all this gear talk. I got 10 bands alone invested into my sock game. Do not make that man pull out his socks and flex on y'all.
If Freezy come back dressed, Freezy, if you come back dressed, because Freezy went in the heat in the background, he was showing what he wore yesterday to the funeral. He about to back out a whole suit.
Don't do that, bro. I had to put the shoes up, man. My pitbull puppy was sniffing around my shoes.
Oh,
so you already know what that means.
Yeah. He's ready to bang things up.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah. Hey, did y'all read the J Boogie super chat?
Yeah, we
just
read it.
read.
Yeah, we read it. But I know we on new school Knicks, but it's still old school Knicks time. So I'm gonna get a guy the floor real quick.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, switch that around. Y'all going, you know what I mean?
Yeah, gotta go on top. Pause.
Yeah, that's why I ain't even say it, bro. I just
Yeah. It's
that
your
around.
time. It's your time.
Yeah. Hey, no doubt. So first of all, let me say shout out to all the old school Knicks fans out there that think about this Knicks thing a certain way. J Boogie, I see J Boogie said he got mad bands invested in his sock game. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to AD. You know what I'm saying? My main man AD, he's so smooth he don't require a chaser. Them.
Yeah, I don't need no chaser. I don't need no chaser right now. We taking it right to the head. Pause.
No OJ.
You know,
hey, no
no
OJ, no
nothing.
straw.
No
When I give it
nothing.
to him,
Healing.
I give it to him raw.
Give it to him
Yeah,
raw.
man. Yeah,
Big shout out
man.
to the best show on the earth, old school and new school talks, baby. First time,
man.
You already know.
Hey, shout out to the best show in the land, old school Knicks. You know what I'm saying? Maybe one day new school Knicks will get somewhere. Maybe one day.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
It's all good.
I'm just messing around. They know. I'm just messing around. I'm just messing around. So just real quick, just wanted to touch on.
Oh, he wilding. Look, he ain't like that take. He ain't like that take you gave.
He said, Dad, you know this. You know you had me waiting at this door too long.
Yeah,
it's time for me to go outside.
Greeny, you know, he asked. He's like, "Where them shoes at?
Mm-hmm.
Why you put them shoes up there like that?" Yeah, man. AD, how you doing, brother?
I'm doing well, but I'm not doing well in my Nick fandom universe because I had to really readdress certain things and how I approach, going forward with this franchise and so forth. So, because we just don't see things the same. You know what I mean? We don't value players and team building the same. And it's been a long time since we've had a management that I think was trying to win a championship. It's been a long time. So that's just where we at with it. I always loved the game, but my cousin said this a long time ago. He said, I love the Knicks, but the Knicks don't love me.
Them. Yeah. You know what? That sounds just like somebody who said, I heard somebody that was a Jets fan say the same thing.
I'm a Jets
fan.
Oh, okay.
My brother is a Knicks fan, and he told me growing up, he said, Steven, I don't know why you like the Knicks so much, because they never, ever do it right. And I said, man, shut up, man. My team, they going to get it right.
Yeah. Oh, well. Good, bro.
Oh, well.
What's good, y'all?
I sent the joint to Coach, too, so I think Coach is going to be on the way, too. Because, again, I don't know
what was the smoke in the chat, bro?
Nah, it's a lot of, selective politicking going on. Dudes say, oh, you stick up for RJ, you stick up for this player. But then it's like comparisons to, Frank Ntilikina and RJ. It's like they saying I'm ducking questions like that. I'm not answering dumb questions, bro. Respectfully.
What's the comparison of Frank and RJ? How is it even a comparison?
That's what I said in the chat to Don P saying that he comparing anything to Frank Ntilikina. I don't see it the same way, bro. It's beyond, what Frank is now. You still don't even know what RJ is. He already got it back. So it was a lot of things that I said that explains why I don't have to answer things. There's too many people to answer all the questions that be said anyway. So what I'm doing from now on is if you got a question that don't make sense, I'm not answering it. A lot of dudes come from all these networks with all this bogus stuff they be saying. You know what I'm saying? I'm not jacking it.
All right. So my only thing is people gonna have questions that's weird. So what? Like people gonna have weird
Fact.
questions
I don't
all
have
the
to
time. So
answer
what?
it. I'm
You know
just
what I'm saying?
answering why he asked me what was going on in the chat, though, Freeze. I don't understand what you're saying. I'm just saying my method of not feeding into certain stuff because it just turns into a. They still talking about it in the chat, the same thing, and that to me don't make sense because we're not getting nowhere comparing those players.
Yeah, I ain't worried about that. No, but because AD just legit said that the Knicks over the course of the years don't love him back, right? And so as much love as we show the Knicks don't really show us love back. That's what AD was saying, was mentioning before you know the. What I was gonna say to the AD thing is AD. I think you're right, bro. I think he's spot on with it. I think as much time as we invest time and money and energy into the Knicks, and the Knicks don't invest time and money and energy into the Knicks. You see it because listen, if they felt that strongly about Quentin Grimes, why didn't they play Quentin Grimes? Why did they give these young kids? If they felt this strongly about these young kids, why didn't they play them last year?
Yes.
Bim.
These are the type of things that bother me, man. I be trying not to like, because Rivera and Greeni, I was trying not to hijack their joint, but you know what I'm saying. But the thing is, if you felt this way about these kids are so valuable. Why you ain't playing the kids?
Why you ain't playing them?
Here's an old school saying: too little, too late. That's what's going to happen.
And I always say this: if the people have a close-up look on these players, and we outside looking, how can you say the people that pay them and make the final decision? And it's just even like the Cam. Y'all hoping Cam gonna do what y'all want him to do, or what? I don't like. I see his upside, but a lot of players had upside, but did they all go and show it?
No.
In history?
No.
And shout out AD. My bad, AD. I meant to shout you. Shout out.
No. It's not. But you see, G Hard. It's not about what that player is showing or not. You as the organization, you as the leadership, you have to set the course, man. You can't have a guy that you just got 6 months ago and 6 months later, he's now asking for a trade. He hasn't even played 5 games.
Mm-hmm.
What is going on that you would rather have this water so muddled with all of these players instead of righting the ship?
Mm-hmm.
This is the problem with this management and so many other managements that we've seen. Like you trample on your own work.
Right.
If Grimes and these young guys were that much, then why the hell were they playing 17 to 20 minutes a game?
Right.
40.
Right. And the thing about them playing 17 minutes is not even that they were playing 17 minutes. They were playing like 6 minutes, and then when the season was way over, then you decided to play them 40 minutes, and it looked like it balanced out to 17 minutes.
Yeah, the 17.
Yeah.
Fact.
It was really only playing 10 minutes when it mattered.
Yeah. And then when injury struck and you were down, when you had no alternative but to play somebody, then you play them.
Mm-hmm.
And come on, man. Yo, Knicks fans are smarter than that, man. All I'm asking for Dolan. I'm asking for Dolan to step in, bro.
I'm begging. I want to keep my Knick allegiance. I'm begging the man. Please fire, rid us of this pestilence.
Right.
I'm begging Dolan to step down. Please, sell the team.
But Dolan stepped out the way though, respectfully.
Yeah, for the last
like
4 or 5 years.
he you know, you can't really. I'm not saying you wrong, Green. I'm just saying like you can't. If we ask him to step out the way, and he keep trying, and haven't always been a fan of Dolan. But one thing you got to say, if we ask the man to step out the way, you can't make somebody sell their business. So if he keep trying to put people in position, and it don't work, and he stay out of it, then we gonna blame him again. So I just feel like he did his best, but staying out of it. Now we want him to come back. So that's typical Knick fan thinking.
Yeah.
Stay out of it,
Yes,
come back in and stop it.
yes.
You know what I'm saying? So
Hypocrisy,
it's
yeah.
like it's crazy, bro. Like at the end of the day, though, something got to be done because it's too much hype with this front office, and I don't see where it all add up. Like honestly, because if you bring these players in and you try to hype them, then you have a chance to flip them because you know how you got them. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't talking about RJ. I'm talking about the other players. Now he showed he was willing to sacrifice all of them to bring in Spider, and it wasn't even already playing the way they should have been playing because, like y'all said, not enough minutes to really get better. You know what I mean? Not playing when it really mattered. So you put them in at the end, and now you want to throw them in the trade. So that shows right there. So it's self-explanatory what's going on. Y'all still want to fight for these guys, then you in denial.
Facts. I agree with that because like if Donovan Mitchell was the plan the whole tenure that was here, all these young players should have been played so that they can get their trade value up, so that you can move them where you don't have to move a whole bunch of assets. You could
Facts.
probably move one or two,
Yeah.
but
Or play enough to maybe find something out of one of them to keep.
And he did good at making those players look decent enough to fit in those type of trades, considering where we picked them up at, and we was giving him credit for that. But knowing that you're supposed to be making that move, and even if you got to use another pick, knowing what's on the other side of it, if it don't get done, what you're gonna have to deal with, the backlash of not still not having a superstar, still not having a number two, a starting shooting guard. All these factor in on why his situation is bad right now. Why the whole Leon Rose case is bad.
and you know where that extra pick went? That extra pick went with Kemba. That was a bad move from the front office. That extra pick they could have gave went with Kemba to Detroit to get rid of his contract.
When they could have brought him out, did something else. Facts.
They could have used it, but and they should have. What they should have did was they should have called the Lakers from the beginning, got rid of Randall, and took on Russell Westbrook and got maybe an extra 1 or 2 first round picks. Now you would have had Now you would have had those extra picks to throw in the trade, and giving up 5 wouldn't have looked that bad.
Right.
And he
Whatever
drafted
you
Obi.
had to do to make this move, you needed to do it. You
Yep.
needed to do it. When I hear these guys out here, these talking pundits now after the fact, Ainge wanted too much. Remember a couple of weeks ago when we were hearing that it was 6 and 7 and whatever?
Right.
That's not what he got.
That's not what he got. It wasn't even.
It's not
half
what
of it.
he
It's
got.
half of what he got. It's half of what he got.
Half of what he got.
And that leads me to believe that he did not want to trade with the Knicks whatsoever. He didn't want to because he would have did it. That's why I be saying like they need to investigate this because this looks weird. It just
No, I
looks
think it was
funny
business, bro. I think it was
Nah,
business.
it's
Now it could
funny
be a
business.
little personal as far as like how
I
it went
mean,
down between those two guys. But Freezy made a good point on like revaluating our talent when he said that earlier about considering what the Cavs got, what they gave up rather for Donovan. They gave up a player who didn't even play, marketing. Sexton wasn't playing. That's a good point. You got to look at that because if that was the case, it should have been easy to get the deal done. Now I understood the point y'all made rather when y'all said the Rudy Gobert thing threw the numbers off and threw the scale off. I agree with that. That's what caused confusion at that point, right? But once that was done with and they came back to reality on a reasonable pricing, Cavs didn't really get a different in the situation. They paid the same amount rather, basically. They still spent the same, bro. It's just they had better players and they still gave up the picks. So you gotta look at it.
The Cavs didn't put their crown jewel in the deal.
They did
The
not.
Cavs are in a better position to trade than the Knicks were. They, like Uncle Freezy said, they could take a risk on signing Donovan Mitchell because their team is in a better state.
But Greeny, don't
you got to think about this, guys. Look,
what'd you say to him, Paul? What'd you say?
I said, wouldn't that mean to you that's if you was in that position, wouldn't that mean you should make a move even faster, knowing that a team that like we need a superstar. You got teams or a trending superstar. You got a team who got three players who are already going to be trending superstars already. See what I'm trying to say? And we don't have that. So I think in that situation, you would at least want to get one player like that in that
Yep.
case. So my
Yeah.
point is, if I was in Leon Rose's situation, that would have been my whole drive to get that deal done.
Or,
Yeah, but for me,
do we think that Danny Ainge, there's a possibility, if you think about this, if Danny Ainge supposedly didn't value our talent, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then if anything, that would want him to do the deal with us, because if we were to give our picks, three unprotected picks to him, our picks would be worth more because our team is more trash than the Cavs. Okay, so if you think about it, maybe Danny Ainge felt he needed to gut us more, so those picks were worth more, because otherwise, because he must value some other pieces of our team that we're better than even we think we are, possibly.
But if we're not
I'm
better
not
than
saying,
the Cavs, why would he
you
want to
know,
gut us if we're not even better than the Cavs? We already not having a better record than them. Like, as far as your point in saying that
but
our draft picks are hit better, then why wouldn't that would be a better deal for him to
you
take with
can't
us?
go by the record because we're not that same team as last year. I'm talking about the addition of Brunson and Hartenstein. I'm telling you, bro, there's something about them too that's going to make a big difference on this team.
No,
so Cleveland's not gonna have a better record than us.
No. But those are two separate points. The point that Brunson and Hartenstein are going to make us better is one thing, and the way that we value, and the way that we value the assets is another thing. I like both of the points, right? But I just don't want to. I don't want to mix them together and then make it seem like they're separate. Yeah.
No, but what I'm saying is, if we could have pulled off the trade that we were wanting and we were comfortable with, like the OB quickly Fournier and like 2 or 3 picks or whatever, unprotected or whatever we were comfortable with, that to them, to Danny Ainge, we were going to be too good still in his eyes. You know what I'm saying? Like, we were going to be too
Cleveland?
good. Like, for
how
those
could
picks,
that be?
Cleveland is better.
What do you mean? How could that be?
Cleveland has a better roster. Cleveland has a better roster.
But their contracts might not.
But not if we have Mitchell. But think if we had Mitchell and who we were going to have left if we made that deal and without. I'm talking about we kept our RJ and all that. I'm talking about that deal.
I think that those deals weren't real. I think RJ was in the deal, and we mixing up false reports with what really was going on. I think RJ was in the deal. They tried to put other players and take RJ out. I'm not saying that ain't happened, but I think that's two different situations as far as what you're saying about the roster.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's why Danny Ainge, he wouldn't do it unless RJ was in it, because
you're trying to say like he was trying to take everything from us so that our team would be that good.
Exactly.
But how could that be? How could that be if he's wound up doing a deal with Cleveland and made their roster better?
Oh, because
maybe he doesn't
deal with us anyway. Like
maybe he doesn't think. I mean, look, I think Garland's hella nice and Mobley's nice, and then obviously Mitchell now. But after that, I don't see like who's their small forward.
They need.
Nah, bro, they got Jared. They got
and I'm sorry, Jared Allen. Come on, bro, really?
No, Jared Allen is nice. I like Jared.
What?
He's Mitchell Robinson, bro. They're the same style of player.
Nah, bro, Jared Allen is a good player, bro. Like Freaky said,
see, this is what New York Knicks fans do, bro. No. They overvalue other people better than our own people sometimes when they want to make a point. They do this crap all the time.
Hey, Coach. So for the record, if Jared Allen is just as good as Mitchell Robinson, right? Just say they equal. Are we saying?
I said they're similar, very similar players.
Right. I know. That's what I just said. That's what I just said. So what I'm getting at is if you feel like they're very, very similar players, then if you consider Mitchell Robinson to be a good player, that means you consider Jared Allen to be a good player.
Fact. That's what I was about to say. He just compared them.
He's all right, but what I'm saying is their small forward is not better than RJ.
So okay. So Karis LeVert and Isaac Okoro is not comparable to RJ Barrett.
No.
What does that mean?
Karis LeVert is.
And I'm sorry, Brunson alone. This has not been talked about enough because as soon as we got Brunson, We appreciated the dude for about 8 days, and then we went on Mitchell Fest. Okay, we haven't appreciated what this dude really represents for us, guys.
But
like this dude on his own, we
didn't see him play for us yet.
I know it sounds crazy. Maybe this is my controversial take. I'm telling you, he's gonna put up the same or just as good of numbers as Garland, bro. Watch.
That may be true
for us. I'm telling you,
we got to see it first. We can't say he's the
Messiah. And he's done in the playoffs. What did Garland do in the playoffs?
Yeah, but he's done it. He's done it in that team where the team was catered to his talents. Can he do it with a team that's not really catered to his talents?
That team was not catered to Brunson's talents.
And a lot of stuff you got to factor in. Brunson's success on that team, he got to learn how to play on our team with our coach. They got to figure out They got to be a lot of stuff that got to happen with Brunson. I'm not saying it's not a great pickup for us getting a point guard, but I think it's getting twisted from a team like even though Cleveland only made the playing against Brooklyn. So we're not saying like their team was much better than our team last season or not like that. But when you look at the younger players on that team, you see more of a team.
But that's what we do all the time as a Knicks fans.
Potential than and reference to what you said about Knicks fans. When me and you were just talking, you the one compared the players. I was just saying that Jared.
No, I know, but I'm saying like because we strike out on young players so much. Mm-hmm. When another team has a pretty good like young player, we like, oh God, they're the best. Oh, like we do it all the time. I see it all the time.
It's just that I know players. I can speak for myself. You see,
I'm not saying you personally.
No, I know you're not coach. I'm just speaking for me on Cavs young players, right? Do they have more young players than we do that's better?
Yeah. I mean, they got two. See, they're starting lineup.
You know, are ready to go. You're talking for yourself when you're speaking about Knicks fans. So you say Knicks fans overvalue other players, and I'm saying you overvalue Knicks.
No, I'm saying they got two starters, and then after that, the rest of their young players don't impress me like that.
But coach, let me ask you a question, coach.
Okay.
Do you know?
And make sure it's not rhetorical though. Don't ask them.
No. But do you think that because you said that Okoro and Karis LeVert is not as good as RJ, but RJ may be just as much of a player as Karis LeVert, period, through his career. Don't you think that's true? Like he may very
but think about the situations LeVert's been in up until now. Like in Cleveland, he hasn't impressed. Like he took over and is like, I mean, you're using two names at that position instead of him. Why ain't he the only one that's the man at that position?
Oh, because Isaac Okoro,
if he's all that,
and he's not better than RJ. I don't think Okoro's better than RJ at all on the same thing. I'm using Karis LeVert as a playing field because I think that
like LeVert had a competent point guard last year, didn't he?
Yeah, but didn't he break his leg or something like that stopped his growth? Well, stopped his momentum at a point in time. Didn't he have a freakish injury?
Yeah, it could be something like that. But all I know is we have yet to see RJ. Or I say this all the time. I'm sorry if I repeat myself, but we still have not seen RJ and Randall play with competent guards.
Well, we about to this year.
I just want to say this. So if Karis LeVert is not good as RJ Barrett, in what realm is RJ Barrett better than Karis LeVert?
Exactly.
What is RJ better at?
Yeah, what is RJ better at? Just name anything. Just name something.
I just think he's a better player overall. I haven't looked at the analytics of the two. I can't.
So why you think so?
But I'm asking you why you said it.
Because I've seen both of them play a lot, and
so then you should know how one is better.
Yeah,
you should know how to say what.
I think RJ's a smoother basketball player. You know, I just think he's
because we want to go with you.
He's got a better feel for the ball. He's got that killer instinct. I just think he's just a more aggressive as far as like his decision making, whether it's wrong or right. You know, I just think he's a more decisive player. And
now, if you would have said he could be better, then I could have probably.
No, I mean that's what I was saying. He's 20, just turned 22 years old.
Now you didn't
He's way
say that
better.
though. I just said that. You didn't say that.
Well,
We asked you one thing,
I
and
didn't
if you
say
would
that
have
part.
said
I
his
didn't think we were talking
upside,
about could
I would have been
be's.
like, cool. I could see
Okay.
him being better than Karis LeVert. But if I don't look at a player, him just being smooth, I gotta see what he could
He's a
do to
better
make him better
rebounder.
than Karis LeVert. And like I said, Mobley, that's another player over there that I see going to be a very good player. You know, I think they beat us in picking players and in the deal. If you want to compare teams with Cleveland and the Knicks, they drafting, they picking players better, and they closing deals. That's what I see. So it's not about me just being a Knicks fan and underrating players. We were just willing to give up four players for that one player that was on the market. You know what I'm saying? So that goes to show how much we believe in the players that they brought in. That goes to show right there. So nobody can argue that.
That's your opinion in the end.
Nah, that's a fact. That's
you
not
can't
an
say
opinion.
no. That's not a fact. That's your opinion. It's not a fact. How is
What's
that
not
a fact?
to you? What's not fact to you?
The fact is you don't know. You're speaking on what you think. You're talking about last year.
What did I
This
just
isn't
say?
last year's
No.
team.
Hold on, coach. What did I just say that's not a fact just now?
I don't know. You said about everything.
Name one thing that I said is not a fact.
I don't believe that Cleveland's roster is that much better. I mean, now it is. Now that they got Mitchell, obviously. I'm talking about pre-Mitchell. They weren't.
So you
weren't
saying,
better than us with Brunson and Hartenstein. They weren't. They're not.
We just got Brunson and Hartenstein too. They haven't played on our roster, just like Donovan Mitchell. What are you saying?
But that's the point I was trying to say. Pre-Mitchell, I felt our team was going to be better than Cleveland if they didn't get Mitchell.
Okay. But you saying that you saying take Mitchell out. So how can we put Brunson and Hartenstein in and they haven't played with us just like Donovan hasn't played over there?
Because they were on our team already before the deal. I'm talking about pre-deal. I'm not talking.
Nah, but we talking about if we comparing the teams without those players on there. You saying that I said false statements about who has a better roster before Hartenstein and Brunson and before Donovan Mitchell.
That's not what you said. You didn't say the before Brunson and Hartenstein.
So what else could I be talking about, bro? Those other guys is they didn't even play yet. I said that clear as day 5 minutes ago. They didn't play yet. So
I'm sorry, I must have misheard that part.
My comparison was that Cleveland had a better roster and they drafted better. That's what I just said. They drafted better.
Yeah, they drafted better. That part I agree with.
That's what I'm saying. You said that's my opinion, and I wanted to hear what part of my opinion was wrong, and it was nothing wrong. Because
the part of your opinion I felt was wrong was that they had a better roster than ours pre-Mitchell. I didn't think you were talking about pre-Brunson and Hartenstein too.
Okay, so let's compare it then, and that'll be my last thing. Who's better? Mobley. They got Mobley. They got Jared Allen. They got the All-Star that just got the bag, Darius Garland. Right? They had marketing. Right? They got Okoro. And they got a couple other players that I didn't name. They got Rubio. They got a better roster than us, bro. What do you mean?
I don't think their trio of bigs isn't better than our trio. Randall, Mitchell Robinson, and Hartenstein is better than Jared Allen and Mobley. And
so this is my last pick. You said other people weigh other players more than our players, and I think you weighing our players more than other players. It's not about a team for me; it's about talent, and I know talent. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, okay. Because you coach, don't make you think you know NBA talent. You're not an NBA coach.
But coach, you sound a little bit like a homer, just a little bit.
I'm not talking about.
You can accuse me. I am. That's why I'm here. I am.
Yo, that's
I'm a
funny.
Knicks fan.
You got coaching your name as your title, bro. Like, stop it. Coaching ain't got nothing to do with it, bro. I'm talking my opinion, bro. I ain't talking about being an NBA coach. Your name is Coach some. My name is.
You just said you know basketball, so you're accusing me of not knowing it. Then, if you know what I'm saying,
you just said to me, I'm not a coach. You said
I didn't say you're not. That's not what he said.
I didn't say you're not a coach in the NBA.
Oh, you said you're not an NBA coach. Yeah.
No, I never said you're not a coach.
He got coach in his name, bro. Nobody's an NBA coach. Stop it.
Right.
But
here's the thing.
I think you're taking a little too personal, bro. I didn't make it personal.
I don't take nothing personally. I just reply to what's being said to me. Anybody gonna get the same reply talking the way you just said, what you just said.
And this is just how we talk, bro.
You're misrepresenting what I said.
So here's the thing. So I disagree with Coach on the talent thing, because I think Garland is superbly talented, man. He is going to be a way better player than Jalen Brunson. And I know what Jalen Brunson did in the second half of his fourth season is impressive, right? I get that. I get that, right? But Darius Garland made the All-Star team with not a Luka in the backcourt with him. I'm just gonna say it like that. The Cleveland does have Evan Mobley. Evan Mobley does have the upside of being better than Randall. Today, is he better than Randall? I don't think so. But going forward, I could kind of project Evan Mobley being.
Yeah, no, I give them the edge with Garland over Brunson.
And Jarrett Allen and Mitchell Robinson is simple as Julius. I mean, Mitchell Robinson not having a point guard, right? And then as soon as Darius Garland and Jarrett Allen played together, you saw Jarrett Allen break out, right? So, and then the thing about the Donovan Mitchell thing, man, I'm not gonna hate on Cleveland for getting Donovan Mitchell, bro. The Knicks had the chance to go get him and they didn't. This is not an indictment on Cleveland. Cleveland, you got Donovan Mitchell. Congratulations, right? As far as the Knicks go, I don't see the only player that I see that's better than anybody on the Cavaliers right now is Quentin Grimes. Quentin Grimes clearly is the guy that's going to be better than anybody on the Cavaliers, right? Far and away, because his defense right now is superb. And if the Knicks front office is banking on his offense to catch up to his defense, then we'll have an elite two-way player. And Quentin Grimes, I'm saying it right now. But to date, let's not call Quentin Grimes the second coming of anything. Today, the dude is a ham sandwich. Tomorrow, I think he'll be a very, 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 very good NBA player.
And look, like I said, I don't know what got twisted in our little battle we just had, Hartwell or whatever. All I'm saying is it's just my opinion that with Brunson and Hartenstein, the way they're going to elevate the play of RJ and Randall and Mitchell Robinson and whoever else comes in off the bench is our on the court roster was going to be better or just as good of the Cavaliers before they got Mitchell. That's just my opinion. Now, last season, yes, they were better than us. There's no disputing that. But Garland isn't head and shoulders, just to me, above Brunson. You know, like everyone else is projecting him out to be. And then, like at the shooting guard spot, I mean, who was their shooting guard? Sexton.
So, talking about today, they shooting guard.
So why would you go off of Why are you saying that Garland ain't better than Brunson? What you going off of opinion or just?
No. I said Garland is better than Brunson, but I'm not saying he's head and shoulders I think Brunson, without the cloud of Luka, not that it was a cloud, but the way he played without Luka in 17 games last year. This isn't just a playoff thing. There was 17 games last year he didn't play without Luka, and without Luka, that Mavs team isn't the greatest either. You know what I'm saying? It's like we can go spot for spot. You know, Luka and Brunson carried a lot of that team.
So that means Garland did the same thing because that's what Freezy just said.
Yeah, no, I agree Garland did, but I'm saying, but Brunson without Luka had similar numbers. You know, he averaged like 21 points, like 7.5 assists, and he was still very efficient, you know, from the field. I mean, that's all-star level point guard play.
Listen,
You know what I'm
saying? I agree to a certain point, but I feel like with Garland, they didn't know what they had until they put the ball in his hand until Sexton got hurt.
Right.
Because he didn't have the ball. He was playing behind Sexton at the time.
Yeah.
And they had to fire a coach.
Exactly.
They fired a coach, brought in the coach that catered to what the young guys can do well. They got rid of an old school. You remember John Beilein? Remember John Beilein was the coach when Darius Garland got drafted and Colin Sexton was a second-year player. right? They got rid of him and they went with the new guy at coach. I forget his name, but anyway, Bickerstaff, right? They got rid of him and got rid of the new guy, and he was like, "Hey, I'm just gonna play to these guys' strengths. How about we do that?" And all of a sudden, you saw Darius Garland become an all-star, right?
Are you saying to do that for the Knicks for RJ?
No, I'm not talking about. I'm talking about the Cavs. I wasn't talking about.
No, I'm just saying that just do the same thing for RJ.
Is that what you want?
Exactly what I want.
Okay,
yeah.
Because
it's
if that's what you want, then I mean, I'm not going to attribute it to nothing. I don't want to do with just state of fact for the record. But if that's what you want, I won't begrudge you that. I can support you in that. You know what I'm saying? If y'all think getting rid of Tibbs and bringing in a young coach can unlock a young point guard, I'm all for it. If it means the Knicks are going to win games, but my thing is, but ultimately, I can't be mad at Danny Ainge or at Cleveland for doing what they felt like is best for the team when the Knicks had the opportunity to do it and they didn't.
I agree. I want to say one more thing about that other situation. I don't think it's right for us to say, what we're gonna be, because Cleveland now have Donovan Mitchell. So that's like a bunch of what ifs, like we always say. Now, do we get better? Yeah, but we had to look at that team, what they was doing beforehand without Spider. So if we make our team better with Hartenstein and Jalen Brunson, then they got better with Spider. You see what I'm trying to? That's the difference that I was trying to make it, because you can't compare the teams. Say we're gonna be better, and not look if they're gonna be better if we comparing the two. Because like I said, all three, like both players on our team didn't play yet, and Spider didn't play yet. So you take them out the equation, you got to see where both teams were prior, and that proves the point right there. When you put them back in, if they didn't get Spider, then you can make the point, coach, that we could be better than them. You know what I'm saying? That's the only point I was really clearly trying to make.
I get that.
Can we please just move on from that, man? Because y'all talked about that already. And coach went back to it, and then Hardwell went back to it.
No, you were just still talking about that. That's why I didn't get to make my point.
Nah. I was speaking about Cleveland. I wasn't speaking to that point.
No, I just got mad respect for Hardwell. The reason why I went back to it.
No,
I have respect for you too, coach. I only said that point to clear it up more, and I think
that's what I did too.
I don't think I went back to that if we was off the subject neither. I just said that because even though it wasn't the same exact thing you was talking about, we were still on Cleveland, and I wanted to make that clear for coach. That was all. My bad.
Yeah, no, and that's why I went back to it. I just wanted to iron out and smooth out, or
it's all good. My bad,
man, brothers. You know what I'm saying? That's all.
We just talking up here. Ain't nobody touching you. Ain't nobody touching, bro.
No.
Now you thought I was still trying to go at him. I just wanted to make sure we was good.
No, it's not. I'm not talking about going after. I'm talking about the topic. The topic of is Jalen Brunson better than Darius Garland, and is Cleveland roster better than the Knicks? I don't want to go because I don't. Ultimately, I don't care. Cleveland got better, so what? I said that Cleveland got better. Utah got better, so what? We talk about the Knicks. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. That's what I was getting at.
But and the other part of the narrative is these teams that, it's like that old thing, like when a team lose the game or did the other team win the game? You know what I'm saying? So to me, I think we gave that spot up last year to Cleveland because of the Kemba stuff and our injuries. You know what I'm saying? Like we gave that spot up, like that 9th or 10th playing spot was ours for the taking. Not that was something to woohoo about, but that was legit our spot. If it wasn't for the Kemba stuff and our injuries, you know what I'm saying? Like
so Paris Douglas says, "Are you letting them talk on false narrative info?" Nah, bro. I don't tell Hardwell what to say. I didn't call Hardwell and said, Hardwell, say this. I didn't call Coach and say, Coach, if you coming on the joint, you better say this. Any of y'all, have I ever did that to anybody?
I don't know what narrative he's referring to.
I mean, because it's a super chat, does that mean it's the correct narrative because it's coming in on a super chat? Yeah. I'm just curious. We all got different points, so I don't know. That's my question.
And I'm not discouraging people to do super chats either. What I'm saying is,
me neither.
Is when Hardwell come up here and say his thing, I don't force Hardwill to say nothing. I don't force Greeny to say nothing. Everybody have their own opinion, bro. Everybody got their own opinion.
But my thing is
no one told me
opinions aren't.
Cam a hot pocket.
Someone's opinions aren't false narrative. It's now if I'm spouting out facts that aren't true, that's false narrative. If I'm claiming so and so had the highest shooting percentage and he didn't, that's false narrative. If Hardwill and I are spouting out our opinions on players and stuff, that's not false narrative. That's our opinions. So Paris Duggar, I appreciate
y'all know
all your super chats and all because you have a dollar sign. Don't make what you say true either.
Coach, let me finish.
My bad, bro.
We know.
That stuff gets me heated sometimes.
Don't get again. This is this is just the things that I'm saying is, bro. Of all the thousands of people that watch this joint, bro. You know what I'm saying? Just going out and just getting into a tussle with, you know what I'm saying, for no reason. It distracts us from doing a joint when you go off on a. When you go do a Bobby Brown thing and New Edition is on stage, be like, yo, what is Coach doing? You know what I'm saying? Hardwill too. We gotta say the same thing to Hardwill. Like Hardwill, easy, bro. You address it like one person. You know what I'm saying? One person do a rock at you and you going to fight the crowd. I mean, come on, bro. I mean, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because we value everybody take Paris Duggar and everybody else. We just want to make sure that you know what I'm saying to Knicks fans. That we take in, you know what I'm saying, that we take in a fair stance, something that's educational and entertaining at the same time. You know what I'm saying? We just want to make sure that we just do that. And the thing I want to mention about the Knicks point guard thing is I don't know. My personal opinion is that Jalen Brunson is going to be a breakout candidate for a most improved player, right? Because he gets a shot to be the man by himself in New York. But the thing about that is, it's tough to do that in New York City. Everybody feels like they can come and grab the bull by the horns in New York, and then they get here and they realize it's a different animal. You know what I'm saying? The playing in New York is not playing like playing in Cleveland, Ohio. You know, it's not the same. And then too, these rosters that these other teams go to, like our roster is historically bad. Right? The reason why we got RJ is because we won 17 games. Right? We played out of the season. We were bad again, and we got Obi Toppin because we were terrible the year after we got RJ. And then the next year, we made the playoffs. We won 41 games, right? And then last year, we won 37 games. You know what I'm saying? So now it's like, you know, where are we as a franchise? I think where we are as a franchise is we're at a point where it's clear. It's abundantly clear. We don't have the assets to trade for a star, right? We don't. We just don't have the assets. And people are going to say, well, this is the first time ever that we all had all this stuff. It don't matter if nobody values it. If the 29 other teams don't value it and we value it at a high enough level, don't make it what it is, right? What I would say is this. Play these kids. Don't be mad Cleveland got Donovan Mitchell. He is, so what? Are you disappointed that the Knicks front office couldn't go get a guy when it was abundantly clear that the Knicks could have gotten a guy and we didn't close the deal? Don't be mad at that, bro. Just embrace these kids. Embrace the kids. That's what we got. Right? Rivera, who else we got? Do we have another star on the radar? Is there another star on the radar? Because I bet you there is. I bet you right now, I bet you there are Knicks fans recalibrating their sights on another star on another team. Like, yo, we didn't get Chris Paul.
SGA.
They're talking about SGA.
Oh, God damn it. Yo, you see what I mean? Yo, we didn't get Chris Paul. Okay, so let's get Dame Lillard. We didn't get Dame Lillard. Okay, let's chase Bradley Beal. Oh, we can't get Bradley Beal. Let's go get Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah, what's wrong with getting an upgrade, though? What's wrong with getting an upgrade if we can get it for value?
Chasing something
how about upgrade?
That's what you're supposed to do, though. We're supposed to chase greatness. We're supposed to chase people that we need.
So which one do you want?
No, chasing and overpaying are two different things, though, guys. I'm not talking about overpaying for something, but
Bro, they
if
got
we
the
can,
carrot in front of us trying to make us walk knowing we ain't getting the carrot.
What about Cam Reddish?
The ham hot pocket.
what about him?
That's the point. What about just focusing on developing Cam Reddish? He's here. He's a Knick.
Yeah, we can still do that, but he's not reliable, unfortunately, because of his injury history. And what we traded for him, we're not showing that he's worth like going all in on him like that yet. I mean, I agree. He should have more minutes. Trust me, I'm a Cam fan. You know that.
Well, what Freezy trying to say is we ain't got Donovan Mitchell. So what's next? Stop chasing stars. Develop what you got.
So you don't think SGA would help our roster?
But why are you worrying about SGA?
Because he's 24 years old and he's pretty damn good.
Who says SGA is available? You got to pay what's in front of you.
I'm just there's words around.
Yeah, but training camp starts in 3 weeks.
Okay.
Play what you got.
They make trades mid-season. They made trades at the deadline.
That's not the point. Why you keep chasing about other stars instead of just?
It's not chase. I just don't think it's a chase.
Well, you have SGA in your thing in your name.
Yeah.
Right? Well, why?
But it's with a question mark. I said, do we? Is SGA next?
Did we not just learn our lesson? We just should have just learned our lesson.
What lesson are you referring to? Let's school me. What's the lesson?
Put all your eggs in one basket.
The lesson is you say
we haven't cashed in on that basket yet.
But coach, you can't hear what we're saying and talk at the same time, bro.
But he just asked me 3 questions in a row and I didn't get a chance to answer any of them. But go ahead.
Yeah, Rivera, y'all gotta stop doing that, bro. The rhetorical question thing does throw the panel off. Coach is absolutely right, bro.
No, but go ahead, bro.
When you ask a rhetorical question, you inviting people to answer, and then when they try to answer and then you cut them off, what it sounds like is 2 people arguing over nothing. You know what I'm saying? That's just yeah.
No, I'm straight.
But the thing is, coach is right about that. That's one of the things you got to clean up. But anyway, the thing I'm getting to is we indeed did chase Chris Paul and didn't get him, right? And the rumors were that we were chasing Damian Lillard. We should do the Knicks at Night podcast, and Coach probably had a phone call come through, so Coach probably did that. But the rumor was we were chasing Damian Lillard. Me and Hoodie Kev talked about this every night on the Knicks at Night podcast, right? That was the rumor, and it didn't work out. The rumor was there may be some smoke around. There may be some smoke around Karl Anthony Towns, but that never came to fruition. The rumor was we were chasing Bradley Beal. You know what I'm saying? We think that's true because the Knicks got a light investigation about the Bradley Beal World Wide West thing, and nothing ever came of it. The rumor this summer, the Knicks were in Zach LaVine's top 3 free agent destinations, right? The rumor was the Knicks were hot and heavy after Donovan Mitchell, and made multiple offers. But of all that, you never heard the Knicks say. You never heard them, or you never heard them do. You never heard them invest heavily in the kids. You always heard them say something lightly, like the kids. We love the kids, and we're going to try to build the right way, and all this stuff. But this offseason, the Knicks didn't make a first-round pick.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like we haven't. First of all, we haven't picked the right kids. And I know we haven't given them enough minutes to figure it out, I guess. But I don't know if I trust this regime with all these picks we got either. That's the thing that worries me. Like, we're going to keep drafting a bunch of, solid role players and potential 6 men of the year, which is great. But that ain't going to give you a playoff run. I mean, and that's my only thing. And it's not star chasing to me. Like the whole chasing – it's just should always be trying to find a way to better your roster, whether it's worked before for us in the past. We can't let our past transgressions rule our decisions today. Because we've made every wrong decision. We've made the wrong draft pick. We've made the wrong free agent signing. We've made the wrong trade. How many wrong things have we done? Then let's not do nothing ever. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm just desperate at this point. I don't know.
I think we all are, man. I think we all are, and I understand your point of view, and I don't want to make it seem like I don't understand my man point of view or Hardwell or Rivera,
Nah, man,
right? I
you're the
understand
counterpoint king. I know that's that's your job in this chat. You know what I'm saying? In this panel.
So what I'm getting at though is I have faith in Grimes now, because if the Knicks front office have this much faith in Grimes, I'm just gonna get on the Grimes train. You know what I'm saying? I'm on the Grimes. I think Grimes will be a star. If the Knicks front office believes this much in Grimes to hold them out, they see something that we don't see, right? So let's go with it. Let's have faith in Tibbs. Let's have faith in Leon Rose, right? But I'm telling you, I got on this Grimes hype train begrudgingly, and I'm holding my peace. If this thing don't work out, I'm getting off this Grimes hype train, right? That I'm getting off the Grimes hype train. Just all I'm saying. Greeny, you still there?
Can I say something? I wanted to say something.
Let me get my man Greeny in.
My bad.
Just real quick. Hey, Greeny, you still there? If Greeny ain't okay. What's good, Hardwell?
Yeah, I'm just listening. I was just listening for a while, and it sounds crazy because we can't say we don't want to spend too much and all this. We need a player, then we go right back in chasing for another player. Like, it's either one or the other. I'm not saying we never gonna need to get talent still, I think, but I agree what I think Kendall was just saying, like, now that they did all this, they gotta build those guys. Not saying that they're not gonna make more moves down the line, maybe, but I don't like it. Don't really make sense to me. Like, now, how they gonna go about it? Because Donovan Mitchell was the player that they already wanted before he even came available. So that's just another reason why you got to do what you got to do. So that's just what I'm saying. Like, in reference to how it looked.
What do you mean by do what you got to do though?
You drafted these players, so like I said, you got to let them play now, and you probably got to get a coach that's gonna fit the description of what we really got to do, because the coach and the way direction they was trying to go in, it fits with a more talented roster, not letting these guys play through their mistakes. And it's like that's what Tibbs really want. He want to try to, you know, keep making a run for it when you're supposed to be making Obi better, making all these guys better. So next season, in the process, he's gonna have to let them guys get better now, and that's just how it's gonna go, and get to really see who we need to get rid of and who we really need to keep, because they're not really sure. You know what I'm saying? To say Grimes could hold up that type of trade or something like that is crazy to me. Any type of speculation, that's crazy, because we haven't had a star in so long. Reference to say we can't look at how long we've been bad as far as decision making. Yo, that's part of your job if you take on that role. If I get hired here and I know we haven't had this type of play in so long, that's more reason for me to make that happen. And when I don't, I'm gonna have to deal with that. Bad press, everything that come along with it.
Right, and I agree with all those points. And my only thing is this: that's why I posed that question yesterday at the top of one of our panels. I was like, if we decide to do that, I'm all in with that, just like you. But we got to do it the right way, all in. Like, so we either have to limit or bench Fournier and Rose, like they can't play. Let the young guys play, or get rid of them and get picks or whatever you can. Bring in other guys, defensive guys or something, and just go all in with the youth to see what we got. If this is to see what we got here, then that's fine. Then let's do that. Because this whole half in, half out, try to get some scrubby wins, clawing at the walls with Rose and Fournier and Randall, and to sacrifice the development of some other guys that we obviously are stuck with now this year, then I don't like that trade off. So I'm with you. We should just do it. Like, just go
the hardest
all
thing,
in with it.
The hardest thing with that is, like, we getting a late start at it now. You know what I'm saying? Because other teams already started making those moves last year, the season before. Like just dealing with it, letting their young players improve. But the difference between some of those teams, they got top players out the draft that they could play right away, and not all of them were, before our pick neither. So
Right.
you gotta look at all that stuff and compare everything the right way, and then make an assessment on the front office and how's everything going. Like Freezy mentioned earlier, they moved out the draft to stockpile to get more picks. They could have took more talent to go along with this young talent if they really want to plan for years down the line. When I was saying this a long time ago, everybody said I was crazy. Oh, no, no, no. But now they doubling back and they got to play these kids now, when my biggest point always was been real-time developmental minutes, because that's what the NBA is doing. And dudes argue with me saying, no, everybody don't develop like that. Tibbs is developing. No, he's not. Tibbs is trying to win now. He's developing his way. And the players that he developed, they always learn down the line. They don't learn from him right then and there, because that proves that Tibbs is trying to win right then and there. Sometimes coaches that way are old school and they're a little harder on the kids to get the stuff. You got to learn a different way to communicate and to make your players buy into the system and what you're trying to do. And that's the problem that we have. So we need a coach that's going to be there to know he ain't going to get fired for doing that. It's a whole lot of stuff that's going to have to, fall into what we trying to do and what we should have been doing already, if you ask me. But I think the main point I want to make, they brought Leon Rose in because he got connections with players. But we haven't got any players in free agency that's high-level all-stars or superstars yet.
Or out the draft.
Yet. They failing at both sides of the coin.
But hey, Hartwell, hey, pause right there. Let me do something real quick.
What up, Boogie?
Hey, Jay Boogie, what's good? Jay Boogie,
Salute, Boogie. What's good, bro?
What up, man? What up, man? What up, man?
Hey, what's good, boss? I'm gonna share something with y'all, right? I want y'all to listen to this, and then chat. I want y'all to listen to this, and then judge Uncle Freezy on what Uncle Freezy had been saying. Listen to this. This is from the horse's mouth. This is not rumor or innuendo. This is our guy. Listen.
Leon speaks.
In the beginning about the season and
turn it up a little bit.
And that part
My
of
bad.
it, that's definitely there. The fact that we're not in the playoffs, we wanted, that was our goal. We wanted.
Hold on, wait a minute. Let me go back just a little bit.
Wow.
Let me go. Just this
is new, Freeze. This new.
Nah.
Well, August 10th.
Yeah, this is this is the date that the video went up. This is
the
date
yeah.
Yo, just okay. Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me do it like this. Yo, just listen to this. Just listen to it. Just listen to this. Just listen to what the guy have to say. Right? Just listen to what the guy had to say. Right? Listen to what Leon Rose says.
You'd still have this kind of growth. Yeah. You asked me in the beginning about the season and the disappointment and that part of it. And that's definitely there. The fact that we're not in the playoffs, that was our goal. We wanted to be in the playoffs. We wanted to take a step. But, I feel as though since the All-Star break, the team's, shown some momentum and has shown some good signs. We've been 11-11. We've won 8 out of our last 13.
So that's one of the things that I want to. I'm sorry about that, y'all. I just want to play the audio just so that the chat can hear what Leon Rose was saying there, right? You heard what he said, right? He said the goal was, right, to make the playoffs, not develop the kids, not to do such and such. He said the goal was to make the playoffs, and they disappointed, right? That's what he said. And then he said he was going on to say, but since we didn't make the playoffs after the All-Star break, we were 11-11 and blah, blah, blah. Part of that's true, and part of that is false, because February was one of the worst months in Knicks history, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Well, February was one of the worst, and that was after the All-Star break too. Notice he didn't mention February, right? He didn't mention how bad That he didn't mention that the month that RJ Barrett scored 28.5 points, that the Knicks were 0-8 in RJ Barrett games in February. Right. So what I'm saying to the chat is, I know there is a lot of rumor and innuendo going around in Knicks universe about what is this and what is that. But when you just saw Leon Rose himself say the goal for this team was to make the playoffs. And while I am on the opposite side of that, I felt like the goal for this team should have been play these kids. Leon Rose had a different goal than what I have. You feel me? My goal is play the kids. Play these kids, get the kids better. You heard from the horse's mouth, Leon Rose said the goal was make the playoffs. Right? So whether you want to play these kids and develop these kids or not, that wasn't Leon Rose's goal. Leon Rose said it right there in front of Mike Breen. I just played it for you. You heard it.
Yeah.
You heard it.
Facts.
Right? And that's what I've been trying to get to the whole time. The chat, sometimes the chat buzzed me a lot. Like, yo, Uncle Freezy, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to do such and such and such. And I'm trying to tell you, I understand that the Knicks are not going to get a star here via free agency or via trade. The Knicks have to grow their own star, right? We have to develop our own star. We have to turn Cam Reddish into something. We have to turn Obi into something. We have to turn Grimes, RJ quickly into something, because otherwise nobody's coming here, right? But then that's my stance, right? That's my stance. But you heard the dude that people call this dude the Don. He the king. He playing chess while other people playing checkers. You heard out of this dude's own mouth that he said the goal was to make the playoffs. And we sit here today talking about how the kids and all this stuff. Man, listen, this dude said the goal was to make the playoffs. You heard it.
So that's your point too that you made when you mentioned the draft. This is just doubling down on, the moves and what he's saying out his mouth and what you've seen him do already, right? And Tibbs getting away with it. So we could stop saying it's all on Tibbs, because that's proof right there that Leon is with him doing it how he's doing it. Right. Not playing Obi, not trying to do anything just to make the playoffs.
They are together.
Yes, just to make the playoffs. He just said it.
Right.
And some teams aren't worried about that. They're worried about getting more talent out the draft. They're worried about 2 seasons from now because they see they can't compete and they building their young team. And like Freezy's saying, if you build your young players that way, then you can see if you have some of these players like he's naming that they could be like, because their team built them up to become that. They played through, and you could see who's not good. And then you could see what moves you need to make, because you ain't going to hit on every pick. Some of those guys could be, you could find a gem out of some gems out of all these players. The key is, if you're having losing seasons, and I said this the longest, if you don't make the playoffs, why are you sacrificing minutes with a bunch of old players or players that's not going to be future Knicks? That's an old take of mine, and I've been saying that when they was getting minutes. It was a waste. And
why do you think they brought in an entirely new backcourt and moved RJ to the 3? You think they did that to develop RJ?
No, they hurt him. We said that too a long time ago, because Fournier is coming in just to make shots, and he's not making the team really better or making them better in practice because his moves or anything. He should be on the team that's already has a superstar so they could go and win. So when he passes him the ball, because they got to stay on their man, he can make shots. You know what I'm saying? That's what Fournier is for, not for a Knick team to help the young players get better and grow. That's not going to work. You move this man to the 3 when he should have been at the 2. Even though if you feel like he's not that good of a shooter to be your 2, cool, I can see that. But at least bring in a 2 that's going to have some moves, so RJ can learn from those in practice. You know what I mean? When he's putting those moves on RJ can see how to go other ways, because he is going straight. You don't have enough moves because you don't have good players on your team. I'm not saying that a trainer can't help you learn moves as well, but you need good players on your team, bro. That's always my point. So, that can help you. Look at Poole. Look at all these players that play alongside dudes that got a bag. They see it's easy for them to do it right next to them, and they work out against them in practice. And that's all certain players need is a little more tools in their bag. You know what I'm saying? Because if they make it to the league, if they get drafted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a low draft pick, then they got skills. So they just have to get more in their bag. You know what I'm saying? So the Knicks need better players on their roster to teach these guys. That's always been my point. You know what I'm saying? We don't have enough. Brunson gonna make us better. And I think, I wanted Spider, but we'll see how it go.
Yeah. Right. So I got another thing I wanted to play just real quick, man. I'm gonna just play this thing real quick because a lot of our conversations as Knicks fans, a lot of our conversations go back and forth like a cameo song. Or if you're younger, back and forth like an Aaliyah song, right? But the thing is if you just solely listen to the things that are factual, like what Leon Rose said, whether you think he's lying or not, the source of this is a fact. It's live video. It's live video of him saying a thing. That's a fact, right? So you can't dispute me saying Leon Rose never said that because I showed it to you in a video clip, right? That this is what he said. He prioritized making the playoffs over developing kids, right? I got another clip that I want to show y'all too. I can't show you the whole thing because y'all know YouTube is crazy. YouTube it will lock you down, right? Y'all know that. But here's the thing. I'm just gonna ask y'all just to let the joint play. Just don't speak over the audio. Just let's hear out Leon Rose.
Some great signs, and RJ. We forget RJ is only 21 years old. We have 9 players on our team that are 24 years old or younger, and and Julius is only 27. So, all those things take. That we look at that like, development is key. And this part of the season, we've seen some good development, and we just need to work and continue on and build on that.
All right. So the dude, this is the thing that I'm getting to you because a lot of people, and the reason why I play that part specifically is because people are going to say, man, all the Knicks YouTubers, all the Knicks content creators, man, they flip-flop on these things and go back and forth, right? And so in this part of the video, what's the thing that stood out the most to you with that Leon Rose said?
He says Randall. He's aware he's got the youth. He still thinks Randall's pretty young, and that guys can be developed while he's still here.
Yeah, and he also said development is key.
Right.
Right.
So do you think he's pivoted from for that season in particular, they were trying to get all they could, see if they can make the playoffs. But then now he's in mid-conversation, he's saying
a walking contradiction.
But I think development's going to be the key, though, in the end.
Right.
He was saying that all along and doing something else.
What I'm saying to you is that this front office, man, is hard to follow. They intentionally employ espionage to everybody to keep people off their trail. Like in the beginning of the video, he said the goal was to make the playoffs. At the end of the video, when Mike Breen asked him how the season went wrong, he said, well, development is key.
How many times Tibbs did that to us, though, in the press? Said one thing and did something else. Then he said a bunch of young guys, like if that's not evident that we need development. And we said earlier how other teams are just not worrying about the playoffs. So that's where the contradiction comes in at, because if you're not making it on how the East is set up, even last season, I think it was the 4th seed played a lot in that. But it's too many contradictions in what he's saying, what they do. Simple to me.
Right. And I'm not trying to guide the conversation. The thing is, y'all know I can't play the entire thing because of YouTube restrictions. Y'all know that.
Mm-hmm. You could kind of play most of it if we talking at the same time. I researched it because it changes what it is, but you kind of got to talk with it a little bit or something like that. Look it up before you do it, though. I don't want to.
I know what you're talking about. If you're doing it as an educational video,
if
you're doing it as an educational video, you can pause and play. That's what we're doing right now.
Facts.
That's what we do. So we pause and play. We
talking over it, changing the video, kind of. They say,
yeah.
So I was gonna say, don't you think that handcuffs Tibbs too? If that's the message he's getting above him, you know what I'm saying? Like,
No,
I'm
he's
not, and
contradicting
I'm not
himself.
making excuse. Yeah, I'm not making
No, it's
excuses
like
for
having
Tibbs.
it's like
You know,
being kind of it's like being crazy when you do that. You know what I'm saying? Like he's saying one thing but doing another because he knows what we're doing, but he's mentioning development. That's what Freezy keep pointing out. In his whole conversation, if you break it down, he said the age of the players. He even mentioned like development. That's what he's saying. But
yeah,
we're trying to make the playoffs. But in a way, you could look at it on both sides and say maybe he trying to push um younger guys to try to make the playoffs, but to me, it's not realistic talent wise.
when you're not playing them.
Exactly.
How do you develop them when you
When
can't when you're not playing them?
exactly, and they're not comfortable. Like you got mad memes of Obi going out the game, putting his head down off of a silly mistake. Then he drafted Obi, and now they never figured out that situation. So that's just a lot more things where it looks like a big contradiction to me.
yeah, because their time for developing is in the train. You know, before the season starts. Because like once the season starts, the only time to develop is in game because it ain't like they practicing in between a three game week. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like they're having all these practices to develop them. You know, your development time during the season is the games. You know, so if you ain't developing them in the off season, then your only development time, you know, I just said it. You know, is game time.
But coach, so that is another contradiction there too.
Right.
That's one of the things I'm speaking about. So this off season, so the rumor on the street, and I can't validate this with the source, but the rumor on the street is that the Knicks front office didn't take a vacation because they were trying to get the Donovan Mitchell trade done, right? And my thing is, why are you not taking a vacation to get the Donovan Mitchell trade done, but you wouldn't skip vacation to develop these kids?
Yeah, that makes sense too.
You know what I'm saying?
And you put them up for trade. So how much confidence you building and planning on developing the kids?
Right. And so think about the three things that didn't happen. So you didn't go on vacation, you didn't get Donovan Mitchell, and you didn't develop the kids. So all that weird stuff that happened, nobody wins anywhere, and nobody in the organization wins.
They hurt our team in the long run.
Yes, because now, yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. I'm not trying to be anti-Nick. I'm trying to be pro-Nick. I'm trying to be for the Knicks, man. You didn't go on vacation so that you can get the Donovan Mitchell trade done. Now you didn't go on vacation. I'm assuming that you'll take a vacation now before training camp. But why are you taking a vacation right before training camp when you should be adding other players to the roster? Right? Because you got 2 empty roster spots. Now you're just gonna be slapping dudes on the roster at the last minute. Right? You didn't put emphasis on developing the kids to be in a bigger role because you assumed Donovan Mitchell would be here. Now dudes like Cam Reddish are gonna suffer because there was no offseason program thing put in place. Like you could guarantee Cam Reddish 25 minutes in a certain role because you thought you was gonna get Spider, and now you're gonna slap something together, right? For Cam. Cam, we didn't get Spider, so go put on 10 pounds of muscle.
That was a hell of a take. That make a lot of sense out of a lot of stuff that I've been seeing. I'm just gonna be honest. That make a lot of sense.
Yeah, and so, but the thing I'm getting at ultimately is we always do this. We always do this. And what I'm saying is how about we just put the emphasis for once on just from the end of the season, developing the kids, put a program in place for these kids. Say, hey, Cam, yes, you're going to play 22 to 24 minutes. Yes, RJ, we're going to cut your minutes to 32. Your cap is 32 minutes a game, so you better be productive in them 32 minutes. And we're taking away some of those defensive assignments. We want you to focus on an all-around game as opposed to just being a defensive stopper. Grimes, listen, we want you to be more of a playmaker in the half court. These are the sets that we're going to run for you. Work on these things so that when we run them in the game, you won't have to go off instinct, but you can go off play design. Right? And so all these different things you don't get a chance to do because your focus was getting Donovan Mitchell. And now that Donovan Mitchell is not here, now you got to slap some stuff together. Now you got to go in the fridge, grab some ham, get 2 slices of bread, and make a sandwich. And then when these kids look like ham sandwiches, Knicks fans are going to be mad that we call them ham sandwiches.
Yeah, man. I see it all around the league, Freezy. Like before, I've been saying, look at the Detroits, look at all the teams that is just doing it now. Like, you know what I'm saying? So you're going to see other players that's better than our young players because of that. And it's I always said that it's not the knockout players, it's that the teams that knew they wasn't going to go where we expected to probably go. Not saying they wasn't still playing. Them dudes, they knew that they weren't good enough, but they see the future in those guys. And it shows it throughout the moves that they make for their team. You know what I'm saying? And I think that our players, you know, were just behind because of it. You know, quickly show what he could do coming out. But imagine if they just let him play and you know, just a lot. Obi show what he could do late. But what if he would have just played? So my take always been was, you know, you got to allow them guys to go through those mistakes that they would have made for them to improve. So you can't expect this season that they're not going to have to go through that. And a lot of the fans are saying, oh, we got them. But he didn't even let them breathe, really. You know what I mean? He put it all on Randall like he was do or die to make the playoffs, and that didn't make sense. We don't have nothing to prove right now. Tibbs is looking like he do because he know maybe he ain't going to be the coach for that long. But I think that the front office need to hurry up. Somebody need to do something and start preparing our future better. We got these picks and everything now. What are we going to do with them? We need to get some talent and get the talent and let young guys play, and then you can see how good your team is going to be later on. You know what I mean? Because players that's all-stars now, superstars now, how many more years do Durant and players? We don't want none of those players. And if they're not guaranteed to win it, you better off building your young players or going to get some young studs out of the draft like all teams do except us. They making it seem like they great late first and second round pickers, and then they ain't letting the guys get better.
Right.
That don't make sense.
Go ahead, Coach.
I don't know. I was saying, like, and the thing is, I'm guilty of this myself because I've been let down for so long as a Knicks fan. I'm that guy that the Knicks front offices, I think, perceive that. I think they insult our intelligence as basketball fans in general, not just Knicks fans, that we won't have the patience. I think all of us Knicks fans are smart enough to know and are willing to accept, look, I'd rather have a rough year when I know you're going all in developing guys you kind of believe in that you drafted than having a rough year doing what we've been doing like that. Like we haven't gone all in like Hartwell just said. Like, let's just take the lumps for a couple of years of these young guys we have and these picks. Because if you think about all the best teams in the NBA, the playoff teams, the ones that are on the rise, like even Cleveland, they've hit not only once, they've hit twice in the draft. Like we've kind of hit once right now with RJ. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's just one.
Because we kind of tanked Coach that year. Kind of.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever. Yeah.
And the thing is, we didn't do that follow-up, you know, because all of a sudden that's why that one playoff year we had with Randall, it kind of messed it up. I was glad it happened at the time, but I kind of wish it didn't happen because it gave the front office this false sense of
false hope.
We're closer than we think.
We're closer than we think. Yep,
yeah,
I agree with that, Coach.
Yeah.
So I think if you look at Boston, they hit on at least 2 guys. If you can say 3 with Marcus Smart too, and even Robert Williams. You know, obviously Brown and Tatum, and obviously Warriors hit. All these teams hit on more than one, and we haven't had the patience because we failed so many times with draft picks. The second they're not a star the first year and a half, we're like, we give up. Let's move on. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We are guilty of that. I agree. And part of that, I'll take the blame for that as a fan with my own impatience because I'm tired of waiting, waiting for us to hit one. You know what I'm saying? So
I think it's the whole New York thing too.
Yeah, and I think all of us as a collective, if we took a poll or we all had a vote on, are we willing to take our lumps a little bit this year? If is it worth it to us to see that way we don't have any questions anymore about any of these guys? You know what I'm saying? Like, let's just do it. That'll be fun. We're big enough fans that our fun this year as fans will be learning what we have. Like, I'm a big enough Knicks fan to appreciate that. I mean, don't get me wrong, I want to win, but I'm willing to, as a Knicks fan, a sports nerd, to develop these dudes and have fun in that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Mhm.
All right. So
it's gonna suck, but
I got to get out of here because I got another obligation, right? But just want to thank everybody for coming through. We didn't get it done how we normally get it done, like Knicks, or new school Knicks and old school Knicks back to back. We didn't get it done like that, but we'll work on that and have it camera ready next week. Just want to thank Mr. Rivera, Greeny, Coach Jay Boogie, Hartwell, everybody else that came through in the panel. Anthony D, so smooth, he don't require a chaser. Everybody that came through and hung out with us. I'm gonna get out of here. I got a audio podcast. No doubt. I got a audio podcast I'm gonna do in a few minutes, probably about 2:00. I'm just gonna ask. I'm not gonna do this one for YouTube. I gotta start putting them on
Spotify.
On them exclusively. I just want to start out to let y'all know that we'll have some, that we do have something on another platform, but I'm gonna start doing them exclusively. But
I want to do a show with you too on there, Freezy. So let me know. Just text me or call me.
Yeah, no, I got you.
All right.
Greeny and Coach and I are going to be doing the Legends Fantasy Football Draft.
Okay. I did see that one day. That's dope.
Yeah. Hey man,
we still need it.
Yeah. Jay Boogie got up out of here before I could press him.
But
he's still listening.
yeah. So what we'll do, man, is we'll make it work. We'll talk about it behind the scenes before we jump on. We're gonna make it work. We worker bees. That's what we do. We work all the time. We
what about you, Hartwell? You into football? You do a fantasy draft?
We literally need like one spot, like literally just like one.
Yeah.
When do y'all do it? Because I got a lot. Today?
We about to do it later tonight.
Tonight at 8.
Tonight at 8.
Yeah. So
I'll text you if I could do it, Freeze. If not, then I'm not sure. I gotta see what I'm doing later.
No doubt. But so we're gonna get out of here. Thank y'all for watching. We're gonna have some content on the podcasting platform. Make sure you check us out on the Patreon. Don't forget the Patreon, and don't forget the swag store. Go get your Lawrence Tier swag, bro. We're doing the best we can to give y'all everything that y'all need. We out of here, y'all. Peace.